This is Westwood 1, SES 11, Transponder 17. For receiver authorizations, please contact Westwood 1.
The following is an exclusive presentation of Bowl Season Radio.
There's one goal, one mission. Dominate every play, and we'll see what happens at the end of the game. Let's go.
From NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, this is the 2024 Kinder's Texas Bowl. This afternoon, the LSU Tigers of the Southeastern Conference take on the Baylor Bears of the Big 12 Conference. Now, with the call of today's game, here are Brian Estridge, Justin Fuente, and JP Heath.
We welcome you to the Bayou City. We welcome you to Houston, Texas for the 18th edition of the Kinder's Texas Bowl with one of the more intriguing matchups in the college bowl season as the LSU Tigers taking on the Baylor Bears. Let's go down to the field, check into the coin toss. Here's the referee, Justin Elliott.
Second half. So you want the football. Which way do you want to kick? Let's go ahead and spin that way. LSU will receive at this end zone. Good luck, gentlemen.
So Baylor wins the toss. They defer to the second half. Now, a lot of storylines from this one, not the least of which you've got an LSU team, storied program over the years, and then you've got a Baylor team that comes in. Justin Fuente is one of the hottest teams in the country right now, and the job that Dave Aranda has done has been nothing short of amazing. After a 1-2 start, they come in here rolling 6 straight wins.
You've got that right. Baylor finds himself in the middle of a 6-game winning streak. Head coach Dave Aranda made his name on the defensive side of the ball, but it's been the offense averaging 35 points and 430 yards per game that spearheaded this turnaround. Quarterback Sawyer Robertson has accounted for 30 touchdowns, and the running back duo of Bryson Washington and Dawson Pendergrass have combined for over 1,600 yards. However, they are going to be matched up against a long, fast, and athletic LSU Tiger defense.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Starting lineups presented by Tapit. Understand how going cashless builds loyalty, engages fans, and boosts your bottom line. Let's talk about the offense right now for LSU. Garrett Nussmeier is the quarterback, the redshirt junior out of Lake Charles, Louisiana. DJ Chester is the man in the middle of that offensive line. Paul Mavinga and Bo Borderland are the guards. Miles Frazier and Tyree Adams are the tackles for this. Caden Durham is the running back. It'll be Trey'Dez Green, the tight end, Aaron Anderson, Chris Hilton, CJ Daniels, Zavion Thomas, as far as the receivers are concerned. We'll set the defense for you in just a moment, but Jack Stone is set to kick it away for the Baylor Bears, clad in their gold yellow helmets with Baylor written in script in green on either side, white jerseys, green numerals, green pants. And we are underway, the 18th Kinder's Texas Bowl, as it'll come down to Zavion Thomas. Takes it from the 5-yard line for LSU to the 20 to the 25, fighting his way out to the 30 and now to the 33-yard line. And a good start for the LSU Tigers as they'll have good field position to get this game going. Jackie Marshall, Cooper Lands, and Travian Mu'ai up front for the Baylor Bears. Keaton Thomas and Matt Jones are the linebackers. The star is Carl Williams. Garmin Randolph also is the Jack linebacker. Chateau Reed and LeVar Thornton are the corners. It'll be DJ Coleman and Devin Bobby. They will be starting today at safety for the Baylor Bears. LSU in their white helmets with the purple jerseys, trimmed in gold with the white numerals and the white pants. First down and 10. First play at the Kinder's Texas Bowl is Josh Williams is the running back, and they will hand it to Williams. Up the middle he goes across the 35-yard line, out to the 37-yard line is Garmin Randolph there to make the tackle for the Baylor Bears. But LSU playing in their 56th bowl game. It is an amazing run that they have been able to put together. Coming into this game 8-4, both of these teams 8-4 going into play here today. So Nussmeier stands in a shotgun form. Smart claps his hands together, takes the snap, throws left, caught there. The big tight end makes the catch across the 41-yard line out to the 42. It's Chris Hilton, I beg your pardon, the wide receiver making the grab there. Just his 6th catch of the season. And, Coach, they had some replacements to have to make as far as that wide receiving core. Still very talented.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what LSU looks like on offense. They can't change too much. They've thrown it all over the yard all season long, but they're down numerous offensive linemen, tight ends, and wide receivers in this game. Be interesting to see if they can get a little bit of run game going.
Well, first down and 10 for LSU. They have it at their own 43-yard line. Up the middle, they go 50, 45, and down to the 40-yard line goes Josh Williams. Right up the gut, found the seam. A big hole and a gain of 16 yards as LSU is on the march.
LSU's got to feel good right now, just the play of their offensive line. That was the big question coming into this game, with so many guys opting for the NFL or in the transfer portal, but they're holding up really well so far.
First down and 10, LSU from the Baylor 41-yard line. Again, Nussmeier back to pass. They'll roll the pocket to the right, dumps it across the middle, and it's incomplete. Well defended by the Baylor Bears as that one goes to the turf. DJ Coleman had the coverage. Kevin Eschenfelder sitting in for Brian Estridge. Brian had some travel problems here today, and good to be pinch hitting for you. Good to have you with us here for some college football bowl season style as the Baylor Bears and LSU Tigers going at it here in the 18th Kinders Texas Bowl from Reliance Stadium in Houston. LSU facing a second down and 10 as Caden Durham is in at running back right now. The all-SEC freshman stands over the right shoulder of Nussmeier. They hand it off up the middle. He gets back to the line of scrimmage and bulls his way forward for a gain of a couple more yards. A big pickup of about 3 on the first carried of the game. Matt Jones there to make that tackle.
If you're a Baylor Bear fan, you got to feel a little better about that play right there in regards to the line of scrimmage. It was not moving backwards like it had on the previous couple runs. Baylor doing a good job holding point. Now they've got them in third and long.
Big third down and 7 here for LSU. Baylor's been good defensively on third downs this year. Nussmeier stands in that shotgun formation. Now he comes up, changes the play at the line of scrimmage. Third down and 7, the ball at the Baylor 38. LSU on its opening possession of the first half, and a handoff up the middle going absolutely nowhere. Maybe a gain of a yard, but that's about it for Caden Durham. And the going has been tough for the young freshman as LSU now faces a decision here with 4th down and 5 as Jackie Marshall was there to make that stop. A big part of that interior line for the Baylor Bears. So now it'll be a 4th down and 5. Coach, you're going to obviously keep that offense on the field.
Yeah, you got to think when it's 3rd and 7 and you hand off the inside zone, you're planning on going for it on 4th and down.
Ball is at the Baylor 36-yard line. Scoreless, just underway here in Houston as Nussmeier once again coming up to the line of scrimmage, giving some instructions to his O-line. Now drops back to pass. He'll swing it out to the right side. Caught there and pushed out of bounds at the line to make. That should be enough for an LSU first down as Trez Green, the big tight end, makes the catch. Carl Williams knocked him out of bounds on the near sideline, but that is a conversion, a pickup of 6 on 4th down and 5 for the Tigers. Now they want to go with a little tempo here. First down and 10 from the Baylor 30-yard line. Ball at the right hash mark as the LSU Tigers moving from left to right here on the opening possession of this ball game. Nussmeier takes the snap, hands it off up the middle. Again, they go, and there's just not a lot of running room there. Back to the line of scrimmage, and maybe Caden Durham will take it ahead for maybe a yard as Keaton Thomas there to clog up that interior for the Baylor Bears.
The battle for third down is going to be interesting. Both these teams on offense have been incredible on third down. LSU at almost 50% and Baylor right behind them when Baylor's on offense.
They give him just forward progress, so call it officially 2nd down and 9 for LSU. Back to pass again, swings it out, left side, caught there at the 30, cutting up field to the 25. At the 20-yard line, has the first down, and down to the 15 goes Josh Williams. What a move that he was able to make as he caught that swing pass and caught it in space. Something to be said about getting at the playmakers in space, and he made a play right there.
Without a doubt, great job blocking on the perimeter by the LSU skill players. They had the perfect call. Baylor in a zone blitz, LSU in a 3-by-1 set, and throwing the swing screen to the tailback.
First down and 10, Tigers from the Baylor Bear 15-yard line as LSU moving left to right from the left hash mark. Nussmeier in pistol formation, turns and hands it to the running back who gets it to the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage is basically all they were able to get to is Josh Williams. Not a lot of running room there for Josh Williams, who's playing right here in his hometown. Went to Kincaid High School here in Houston. LSU with a lot of Houston area players on their roster.
They've recruited Houston very well for a long, long time.
Second down and 10. No gain on the play. Ball is at the Baylor 15-yard line. Two wide receivers to the right, one to the left. Now the motion man goes in motion from right to left. And they pitch the reverse coming to the far side, cutting it up to the 15 and now to the 10-yard. That's a pickup of 5 yards for Aaron Anderson as he is tackled on the left hash mark at the 9-yard line. But a little misdirection there from LSU, and Baylor was there to make the play, a gain of 5 yards. Another third down conversion trying here.
Yeah, nifty little play. They basically ran the speed sweep that you see everybody running, but they ran it without having to send the guy in motion. Nussmeier just catches the snap and flips it to him coming back underneath.
Third down and 5. The line to make is the Baylor 5-yard line. The ball set right at the 10-yard line. Opening possession of this Kinder's Texas Bowl. Back to pass. Nussmeier from the left hash mark. Throws into the end zone. Caught. Touchdown, LSU. Tredez Green on the back line of the end zone makes the catch, and LSU gets on the board first.
Well, the first thing you notice right there is Nussmeier's got all day to stand in the pocket and survey the field. He wanted to throw the ball into the boundary, was able to read the high-low they had there, came off of it, and came all the way back to the number 3 receiver coming all the way across the back of the end zone. A great throw and catch. Great job by that makeshift offensive line, or I guess I should just say inexperienced offensive line for LSU.
Third touchdown reception of the season for Tredez Green. Jackson, Louisiana, Zachary High School. Here's the point after. It is up and good from Damian Ramos. Well, LSU takes their opening possession all the way down the field, puts it into the end zone. And with 8 minutes and 31 seconds to play in this, the Kinder's Texas Bowl, our score, LSU 7, Baylor nothing. You're listening to the Kinder's Texas Bowl on Bowl Season Radio. Back after this from Houston First.
The perfect place for families and friends, Houston has it all. H-Town is jam-packed with exciting, fun things to see and do. Go to visithouston.com to discover activities to satisfy every interest. Arts, dining, shopping, museums, entertainment, and more. And search hotels for the best rates. Check out the events calendar. Start planning your perfect getaway. Log on to visithouston.com today.
Morning. I'm starting my health journey with my new blender. I got 2% cash back on it with the new Cash Rewards Plus card from Navy Federal Credit Union. I get unlimited 2% cash back on these carrots, apples, bananas.
It's 6 in the morning.
Oh, I also got 2% back on these smoothie glasses.
I'm going back to bed.
Oh, yeah. I got 2% back on the mattress. Sleep tight.
You can earn unlimited 2% cash back on all purchases with the new Cash Rewards Plus card. Learn more at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA.
It takes a different breed to be the first to respond. The first on the scene. The first to tackle disaster head on. At ServPro, we witness the bravery of first responders almost every day. So to all those who never give a second thought to being the first ones in, this game's for you. ServPro, proud supporter of our nation's first responders.
Back here at NRG Stadium, the Kinder's Texas Bowl. Hey, Navy Federal Credit Union proudly serving all branches of the armed forces, veterans and their families, no matter where you are in the military career. Navy Federal has the products and resources to help you navigate your finances. Learn more at NavyFederal.org. Our members are the mission. Back with Coach Justin Fuente back upstairs. Kevin Eschenfelder filling in for Brian Estridge here today. Good start. Couldn't have gone any better, really, for LSU. Methodical drive right down the field.
Oh, they got to be tickled to death. The thing about LSU on offense this year is they have not been able to run the ball. And Garrett Nussmeier has been fantastic throwing the ball all over the place all season long, but they just haven't gotten much out of their running game, and they got something out of it in the first drive. They've got to feel good about the way they started off running the ball.
Well, we're glad to have you with us, and a happy new year to all of you. JP Heath is down on the sideline. Dave Elbert is our engineer here on site. Wayne Gossard is our spotter, and Brian Sperry doing the stats. Hoppy Kurt Jabal, he is in studio along with Kyle Wiggs. And all happy to have you with us here. When the matchups come out, this is one that I think was very intriguing. I think a lot of people kind of raised an eyebrow out because you got really the best of both. You got a team that comes in here playing great football, 6 straight wins for the Baylor Bears. LSU, a program that, well, they travel great, about 4 hours down the road. Baylor in Waco is about a 3-hour drive from the stadium here, just outside of downtown Houston, and LSU about a 4-hour drive down the road if you head to the east. Aaron Burrell will be kicking it off for LSU as they lead it 7-0, and this one go through the end zone to our right, painted in gold with Baylor in green. Let's go down on the field, check in with the third member of our team, JP Heath. JP.
Great protection on the O-line from LSU on that last drive. A lot of guys in the portal and have opted out on LSU side. Great first drive. And we were wondering if we'd see Sawyer Robertson. We got the injury report beforehand. He was probable coming in.
Well, looks like Sawyer Robertson will be answering the bell here as he is out there for the Baylor Bears. So first down and 10 for Baylor. Their opening possession of this game is they have it from the 25-yard line. They hand it off right up the middle. They go across to the 29 to the 30-yard line. That's a 5-yard gain right up the middle by Bryson Washington. What a great story this young man is. Bryson Washington, very lightly recruited from Little Franklin, Texas. He has had some kind of year for Baylor. Quickly ahead they go. Right side pass caught on the far sideline by Monterey Baldwin, and Baldwin takes it ahead for the first down across the 35-yard line to the 37.
You're not going to have to wait very long in between snaps when Baylor's got the ball. They want to push the tempo, but it's centered around the run game for them. They have done a fantastic job running the football, which has led to this 6-game winning streak.
Washington's still in there at running back. They hand it off to Washington to get up the middle, and he's across the 40 to the 45, and he's out near midfield, out to the 48-yard line. Finally tackled there by Javian Toviano. But right now, they are gashing LSU up front.
That's 2 plays in a row where they've led the fullback up inside and run kind of a big-on-big run play and just move the line of scrimmage.
This on the blitz comes, hit as he throws. It's caught, though, on the near side in LSU territory at the 44-yard line as Presley makes the catch for Baylor. He's tackled immediately by Zay Alexander. And then, though, it's going to be, let's see.
An eligible receiver downfield. Offense, number 62. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Coach, you live by the RPO, you die by the RPO, right?
That's just the price of doing business. You're going to get a couple of those. It's a tough call for the refs. They miss it more than they get it right. But you just live with a couple of those. If you get called, you get called.
Yeah, Ryan Lingell, big junior from Dallas Jesuit, called for the infraction. So back it up 5 yards. So it'll be first down and 15. Negates a nice gain of about 7 yards. So first down and 15 for the Baylor Bears. They have it on their own side of midfield at the 43-yard line from the right hash mark. Again, throwing deep to the near side. Has a man open, and it's just overthrown down at the 25-yard line as Hal Presley went one-on-one coverage on the near sideline, but just could not catch up with it.
Created great separation. Ball is just a little bit overthrown. It's always one of those deals where you'd love for him to hit him perfectly in stride running down the field, but more importantly, you want to give the guy a chance to go catch the ball, especially when he wins that big.
Second down and 15 now for Baylor. 7-0 LSU on top. 6 minutes and 50 seconds to play in the first quarter. As Baylor has it at their own 43-yard line from the right hash mark again. They set up the screen, and it is intercepted. Picked off. Coming back the other way. Touchdown LSU. Ball was tipped up, and Devon Keys came away with the football, and he takes it to the house. A pick six, 41 yards for LSU, and the Tigers lead at 13-0 with the point after to come.
Ooh, that was just a little slow screen to the tailback, and Sawyer Robertson had to put a little something on it and just couldn't come down with the catch. The ball goes up in the air, lands, just a Sunday hop right into LSU defender's hands, and he is untouched into the end zone.
Damian Ramos will come in for the point after. Yeah, the tip drill. Everybody's heart skips a beat when it goes up in the air, and it fell right into the right hands for LSU. And Extra point is up, and it is good. And, man, LSU off to an electric start as they lead it 14-0. You're listening to the 2024 Kinder's Texas Bowl on Bowl Season Radio.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
We just kind of knew from the beginning that we were family.
They showcased a sense of love that I never had before. I mean, he's not only my parent, like he's like my best friend.
At the end of the day, it's all been worth it. I wouldn't change a thing about our lives.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Helping your inner circle prepare for emergencies can start in many ways. Put together an emergency kit with YPOL. Create a family communication plan with your tita. Remind Bai to keep a backup battery charged. It all starts with a simple step, telling those you care about to be ready for the worst. So start a conversation and plan for emergencies together. Get more tips at ready.gov/start. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
A 43-yard field goal with a ticket to the championship on the line. Here's the kick is.
At this moment, who you voted for doesn't matter. What kind of car you drive, how much money you make, what kind of music you listen to, or how many followers you have doesn't matter. At this moment, the only thing that does is football. Visit footballmatters.com.
You're in bowl season. Now, back to the 2024 Kinder's Texas Bowl.
Well, a great start for the LSU Tigers. If you're looking for the ultimate bowling experience, discover everything you need at gobowling.com. Find local bowling centers, sharpen your skills with pro tips, stay updated with the latest news, and grab exclusive deals. Whether you're a seasoned bowler or just playing for fun, start the fun now. Visit gobowling.com. Well, Coach, LSU could not have drawn it up any better. The opening drive, they go right down the field, and then a pick six as the Bayou Bengals on top 14-0.
Well, you're right. As happy as LSU is, as bummed as Baylor is, but Baylor's faced adversity throughout the season. They know how to bounce back. They've got some grit. And if you're Sawyer Robinson in the offense, the bad news is you throw an interception, kind of a bad luck interception that gets run back for the touchdown. The good news is you get to come right back out on offense and go try and get those 7 points back.
Kevin Eschenfelder alongside Justin Fuente upstairs. JP Heath down on the sideline. Great crowd here today for the 18th annual Kinder's Texas Bowl, as Baylor will get the football back. LSU started the scoring on their opening possession, went down the field, a 68-yard drive, and then came back with a pick six of 41 yards, and now lead at 14-0 as Aaron Burrell has the ball teed up at the 35-yard line to our left. And Jamal Bell, this will be bell to bell, will be back to our right as he waits in the end zone of awaiting the kick. LSU in their white helmets with the purple jerseys and white numbers. White pants today. Baylor with their yellow gold helmets, white jerseys, green numerals, and green pants here. And this is a deep kick that will land 8 yards deep into the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25-yard line where it'll be first down and 10 for the Baylor Bears.
Well, if you're Baylor, you feel good that you handed the ball off a couple times and got yards. You know, you've got a little something going in the run game. If you're LSU, you're wondering what you're going to have to call on defense to prevent them from running the ball. Are they going to have to get out of their two high look and get into some one high look to slow the run game down?
Well, Bryson Washington stays in at running back. It'll be Sawyer Robertson standing in that shotgun formation. Hands it off, this time up the middle and across the 25. Picks up a couple of yards to the 27-yard line. Goes Bryson Washington. Had a couple of 100-yard games this season. Gio Pius there to make that stop for LSU after a 1.5-yard game. Call it second down and 8 now for Baylor as they work from right to left, trailing 14-0 here in the first quarter. Man in motion from right to left from the right hash mark. Back to pass again. Now guns it right side. Caught for the first down. 35 to the 40-yard line and knocked out of bounds on the far sideline. At the 44 is Josh Cameron. And Josh Cameron, man, that is a very dangerous receiver. Jordan Gilbert made the stop for LSU.
Well, they do a great job throwing a little 8-yard stop route into the boundary versus one-on-one coverage. It's hard to cover when you're a corner. You don't know if that guy's going to go deep or not. And he just slams on the brakes and creates 3 yards of separation. Next thing you know, it's first down.
Yeah, 17-yard gain out to the 44-yard line as Baylor has it in their own territory, trailing 14-0. Handoff up the middle, they go to Washington. Washington hit behind the line of scrimmage, but still able to bull his way forward for a gain of a couple of yards as he carried Ashton Stamps with him. Stamps was on his back. Well, Washington is a strong back.
Yeah, that's a great run. Those are the hidden yards that you got to have to stay on the chains when it's not blocked up real good or real clean, but you still manage to get yards.
Second down and 8 for Baylor at their own 46-yard line, moving right to left here in this first quarter. This time they fake the handoff. Blitz comes, throws out to the right side. That ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage, I believe, as Josh Cameron was the intended receiver. I think it was Braden Swinton who got a hand on it. He came on that blitz from the left side and was able to get a hand on the pass from Sawyer Robertson.
They threw a flag. I'm assuming the flag was for pass interference, but if the ball's tipped, there is no pass
that's why
interference.
they're having a discussion right now.
Holding. Defense, number 1. 10-yard penalty, automatic. First down.
Justin Elliott is our referee, and Ashton Stamps, man, called for the infraction. So that'll move it into LSU territory, as Baylor will get the automatic first down. And I think the fact that there was holding on that play is why Sawyer Robertson had to double clutch a little bit and get rid of the ball late.
Yeah, if the ball's tipped when the defensive back is holding, you can still have the penalty, which just seems even more confusing for everybody.
First down and 10. Add one more turn in the road, right? From the 44-yard line, going deep to the near side, and it is incomplete. Well, he had a man open again, but that time Monterey Baldwin was not able to catch up with it here on this near sideline. And that's a couple that Sawyer Robertson's going to have to get that GPS dialed in right now, because he's missed a couple of easy receivers.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised, quite honestly.
Yeah.
You know, he's gotten good separation on 2 balls down the field versus man coverage, and he just hasn't quite gotten it dialed in yet.
Yeah, Robertson he leads the Big 12 in quarterback rating and is 6th in the nation in that category. This time, though, he hands it up the middle. This is Pendergast this time, and he gets to the 40-yard line. Is he dancing his way left and right and pushing forward, and it's going to be a pickup of 4 yards, so it'll be 3rd down and 6 for Baylor. A big 3rd down coming up here, probably in 4-down territory here at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, this is another one. When you get around midfield, it's almost, today's day and age, it's almost automatic that you're getting 2 down. So you take that into consideration in your play call. You treat it just like it's 2nd down, try and get half of it back.
3rd down and 6. Baylor from the LSU 40-yard line. This time they do hand it off, and he's hitting the backfield and brought down. It's going to be a loss of a couple of yards as Dawson Pendergast was hit by Jordan Gilbert in the backfield. And now all of a sudden, this chain, you're talking about 2 downs to get 5. Now you're talking about a down to get 8. I make it 9 after a 4-yard loss.
Credit the LSU defensive coordinator, Blake Baker. It says he knew that they had 2 downs to go for it. He basically blitzed the house. Baylor had a run called. They have an unblocked hat, makes penetration into the backfield, now puts Baylor in an uncomfortable situation to go for it.
And, you have that ability, too. You think about the luxury of having guys that you could put on an island on that backside. That certainly makes that call a little bit easier.
Absolutely.
4th down now and 10. The ball at the 44-yard line of LSU, whistles at the line of scrimmage. And we'll see here. Does Baylor want to call a timeout? Nope.
Offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Now they're going to back this up 5 more. And now what was looking like 4-down territory is going to be a punt, because this ball is going to be backed up all the way to the plus side of midfield at the 49-yard line. So Baylor, the line of scrimmage, moving back again.
Probably not real pleased with how that all went down right there between, LSU having a better defensive call than the offensive call for Baylor, and then the delay of game.
So Palmer Williams will punt the football for the Baylor Bears. At least that's the plan. And he does get his foot into it. Hits a high end-over-end kick. Fair catch called for, and it is made at the 12-yard line by Xavion Thomas. And LSU, with a 14-point lead, will get the football back. This is the 2024 Kinder's Texas Bowl. Our score, LSU 14, Baylor nothing. Back after this message from Shriners Children's Charities.
America's oldest college football all-star game runs through the Lone Star State. Be a part of history in the making at the 100th East-West Shrine Bowl. Thursday, January 30th, 2025 at AT&T Stadium. Visit shrinebowl.com for a chance to see the nation's top college football players ahead of the NFL Draft. Tickets start at just $20. Don't miss the historic 100th East-West Shrine Bowl. Get your tickets today at shrinebowl.com. Today's all-stars, tomorrow's legends.
It takes a different breed to be the first to respond, the first on the scene, the first to tackle disaster head on. At ServPro, we witness the bravery of first responders almost every day. So to all those who never give a second thought to being the first ones in, this game's for you. ServPro, proud supporter of our nation's first responders.
The perfect place for families and friends, Houston has it all. H-Town is jam-packed with exciting, fun things to see and do. Go to visithouston.com to discover activities to satisfy every interest. Arts, dining, shopping, museums, entertainment, and more. And search hotels for the best rates. Check out the events calendar. Start planning your perfect getaway. Log on to visithouston.com today.
Hey, we welcome you back to the Kinder's Texas Bowl here from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. Let's pause 10 seconds. This is the 2024 Kinder's Texas Bowl on Bowl Season Radio from First Team.
Please join the Brothers in Arms Foundation, Representative Isaac Johnson, in welcoming to the Brothers in Arms family the class of 2025 scholarship recipients.
14-0 LSU on top. College football fans, go to pick'em.bowlseason.com to play the official bowl season pick'em game. Predict the winners of all 47 college football bowl games and the college football playoffs to be eligible to win prizes, including tickets and airfare to next year's CFP championship game. Go to pick'em.bowlseason.com to play now. Let's head down on the field. Check in with JP Heath. JP.
Hey, Kevin, I knew LSU would. A 3-hour drive for LSU contingent here. This stadium seats 72,000. I'd say we're about 3/4 full, but both bases.
Yeah, a lot of LSU, as you might imagine, they don't have to play close to home to have a lot of LSU fans here, but they certainly do here today. Baylor with a lot of fans here as well. So good matchup here between Baylor and LSU as the Tigers lead at 14-0. Pistol formation for LSU on first down and 10. They fake the handoff, swinging out to the left side, but hit behind the line of scrimmage and tackled immediately as Xavion Thomas. Couldn't have played it any better there if you're the Baylor Bears. Tried to do some misdirection, but nothing doing.
Yeah, great job by the Baylor defense. You know, they don't really want Nussmeier. LSU doesn't really want him carrying the ball. He's such an accomplished passer. He's plenty good enough athlete. So instead, on the pull read, instead of having him run it, they have a guy in the flat. He dumps it off, but Baylor's up to the task and has it defended.
Yeah, loss of a yard. So it'll be second down and 11 as LSU has it at its own 12-yard line. Again, from the left hash mark on second down and 11. Nussmeier back to pass again. Swings it out near side. Caught there at the 10, but to the 11. One tackler missed, and then out to the 15-yard line. Across the 15 to the 16 goes Aaron Anderson again. It's a good second effort by Aaron Anderson as Maea, he comes up with the tackle for the Baylor Bears.
That's a great effort. Great job breaking tackles, keeping those legs pumping. Baylor does a good job running to the football, but Baylor can't be happy with giving up 5 or 6 yards on a play that was defended that well.
It'll bring up third down and 7 for LSU. They have been on point here today. Josh Williams is the running back along with Nussmeier. Nuss stands over Nussmeier's left shoulder back to pass from the 15-yard line. Nussmeier being pressured. He'll get rid of it. He does. The screen pass is caught and tackled immediately at the 15-yard line. Josh Williams caught it. Nussmeier did a great job of just getting rid of the football under duress.
To avert a disaster on that play by Nussmeier is a positive, because that's Baylor brings a little bit of pressure and LSU has a hard time picking it up. It's an obvious passing situation. Some of the newness in the offensive line kind of showed there, but Nussmeier does a great job averting a disaster near his own end zone.
So 4th down and 8, and LSU will punt for the first time today. And it is off the side of the foot, a shank, but it gets a good LSU roll as Peyton Todd had that one go off the side of his foot. You could hear the groan from the crowd here, the LSU faithful, as that's going to be really a fortuitous punt. He got a 35-yard punt out of it, what could have been just absolutely disastrous from his own end of the field.
I look like one of my pitching wedges, a straight right. That groan I'm familiar with too, by the way.
I think anybody around the game, if you hadn't heard that, you hadn't been around very long. 14-0 LSU on top, first down at 10. Ball will be spotted right at midfield. So Baylor try to take advantage of this situation as they'll take it over right at the 50-yard line as Baylor moves from right to left. Bryson Washington is the running back. As Sawyer Robertson looked like he may change the play, claps his hands together, takes the snap, hands it to Washington right up the gut. Washington with hard-nosed running gets to the 45-yard line, popped there by Devon Keys, who had the touchdown grab or the pick-6 interception return for LSU earlier. He makes the tackle there, but now there's a Baylor Bear that is down on the field after that play. It's a 5-yard gain to the 45-yard line. But we'll check the player down, and that's what I thought. That is Washington. As Bryson Washington
reset the
still
game
down.
clock. So 102.
That was a hard collision at the end of that play. You could hear it from up here.
Keys was the overlap player fitting in the gap, the unblocked hat, if you will. And there was a big gap in there for him to fit, and he filled it. Now he delivered a blow.
Yes. Let's go down and check in with JP. JP?
Trainers are looking at his right shoulder, it appears. He's on his back, and now he gets up on his own power. But he just hopefully it's just a stinger. But he is he has all his faculties, and he's got a third medical personnel tending to him right now. It looks like he could be okay, hopefully.
There's JP Heath down on the sidelines. That's the thing, that when they've taken the crown of the helmet out of the game, which is a good thing. The shoulder, certainly, that is what's come into play. And you see guys with shoulder injuries, and now Bryson Washington is up, and he is headed to the far sideline.
Well, I always wanted to know when I was coaching, like, the players keep getting bigger, but the shoulder pads keep getting smaller. If you look at those old pictures of the guys in the 90s, those shoulder pads were humongous, and now they almost look like they're, form-fitted to their shoulders.
So it's a pickup of officially call it 4 yards on that last run by Washington. Now Dawson Pendergrass is in at running back. So it'll be 2nd down and 5 as the ball is at the LSU 46-yard line. Tigers leading the Bears 14-0. Back to pass goes Pendergrass, looking, the throws, and it is caught. A juggling grab made at the 30-yard line and down to the 25 as Josh Cameron makes the catch from Sawyer Robertson as Robertson delivered a dime. It's a 20-yard pickup.
What a great call. The LSU defense on the orbit motion decided to crash or almost blitz the corner, and Baylor had a great little play action through the kind of deep slant right in behind it into the crashing corner.
I said Pendergrass, he's the running back. It was Sawyer Robertson, the one that delivered the pass, and a good one it was. And the ball is at the 25-yard line now for Baylor in LSU territory. Pass near side. Tried to go with the back shoulder throw. Nothing doing as that one goes incomplete for Hal Presley. Good coverage by Zy Alexander. As should come as no surprise, LSU's got some corners that can really play.
They absolutely can. They are long and physical, and with the rules in college football, they can make it hard to get off of them. I have been surprised. Baylor has done a good job creating some separation early in the game. They haven't created a big play out of it, but on that one, there was not a lot of room to throw the ball.
Clock stops with 7 seconds remaining here in this first quarter. 14-0. Pendergrass up the middle he goes, and Pendergrass gets to the second level, and he's tackled on a shoestring tackle at the 21-yard line by Whit Weeks, one of the leading tacklers in the SEC, and that will be the final play of the first quarter, a first quarter that has been dominated by the LSU Tigers. That is the end of 15 minutes of play. Our first quarter is a thing of the past. We're at the Kinder's Texas Bowl. Our score, LSU 14, LSU 14, Baylor, nothing. Now this from Navy Federal Credit Union.
Morning. I'm starting my health journey with my new blender. I got 2% cash back on it with the new Cash Rewards Plus card from Navy Federal Credit Union. I got unlimited 2% cash back on these carrots, apples, bananas.
It's 6 in the morning.
Oh, I also got 2% back on these smoothie glasses.
I'm going back to bed.
Oh, yeah. I got 2% back on the mattress. Sleep tight.
You can earn unlimited 2% cash back on all purchases with the new Cash Rewards Plus card. Learn more at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA.
It takes a different breed to be the first to respond. The first on the scene. The first to tackle disaster head on. At ServPro, we witness the bravery of first responders almost every day. So to all those who never give a second thought to being the first ones in, this game's for you. ServPro, proud supporter of our nation's first responders.
When the game's on the line, every play counts. And when it comes to protecting what matters most, so does your insurance partner. Higginbotham covers the big moments on and off the field. Whether we're protecting your home, your business, your car, or your health, we've got more coverage options than the coach's game plans. This season, don't just play it safe, play it smart. Higginbotham. Higginbotham.com.
If your child has a common orthopedic condition, that doesn't mean you can only get common treatments. You can choose Shriners Children's. Our world-class care is not limited to insurance networks or to what's been done before. The same doctors who innovate treatments for the most complicated orthopedic issues will help your child grow and develop properly. See what we do at shrinerschildrens.org. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
Hoppy Kercheval along with Kyle Wiggs in the bowl season radio studios coming up at the half. Highlights from the first half, scores from bowl games today, and a preview, Kyle, of the playoff quarterfinal game tonight between Penn State and Boise State.
First ever college football playoff quarterfinal, Hoppy, and we could see additional history if Ashton Jeanty of Boise State has a great game. He needs 132 yards. He would break Barry Sanders' all-time rushing record of 2,497 yards. He'll be up against a Penn State defense that's ranked in the top 10 nationally in a number of categories, including rushing defense. So it's strength against strength.
That's coming up tonight. But right now, let's head back to Houston with Kevin, the coach, and JP.
All right, Hoppy, thank you very much. And, 14-0 LSU on top. The numbers from this first quarter, eerily similar. They're all similar except for the score.
Right? Yeah, you get a turnover that gets run back for a touchdown, and you don't finish drives. You have a negative play in kind of no man's land where you're planning on going for it for fourth down, then take a delay game and have to punt. But if you look at the stat sheet, you'd think the game should be exactly even.
Baylor 73 yards of total offense in the first quarter. LSU 70. First down. Make it 3rd down and 5 to start the second quarter for Baylor's. It passed to the near side into the end zone. It is caught. What a go. They say incomplete. Incomplete as Josh Cameron could not get a foot down. He can't believe it. I thought that he was able to pull that in, and I think a lot of the Baylor faithful were as well, but the official was right there on it, and it is ruled incomplete. The ball was juggled at the end of that play, but they're going to look at this. Zy Alexander had the coverage here on this near sideline in the end zone.
Well, when he re-grabbed it, I think his foot was in bounds.
Well, we're going to see.
Like, I see what the official said, but
the ruling on the field of an incomplete pass is under review.
I can see both sides of this because there was a two-handed catch with the feet in bounds, 2 feet in bounds, and then a repositioning of the football. But I think when the ball was repositioned in his hands, like you said, I think his foot was in bounds.
Yeah, they're correct that he juggled it, just as you described. He caught it and then re-caught it, if you will. But I think when he went and repositioned his hands on the ball, he still had a foot down in bounds for a touchdown. But the one thing I do know from a few years of experience of this is when it goes to replay, nobody knows what's going to happen. There's no telling.
That is the 100% that we do all know. Hey, we want to remind you, bowl season fans, huddle up because this is one play you won't want to miss. Download the Fuel Forward app now and score fuel savings every time you fill up at 76, official partner of bowl season. 76 Fuel, your go. Let's go down on the field, check in with JP Heath.
Live, it looked like he got it. I was with y'all, but seeing it through replay, he didn't have the control. Got the first foot, but did not get that second foot. So I think the call on the field was right. It was right in front of me in this corner.
You got a quarter in your pocket? Flip it. Because
I'm not a betting man, but
it's that close. Justin Elliott is our referee. The replay official is Steve Joyce. Here's the call.
After review, it is a completed pass for a touchdown.
There you go. I guess that coin flip came up heads for the Baylor Bears.
Well, it's a great job by Sawyer Robertson giving his receiver a chance to make the play. He's had two opportunities down the field where the ball was just a little overthrown and his receiver had no opportunity to make the play, but this time he gave him a chance and was able to come down with
Isaiah Hankins will come in for the point after, just like that. Baylor right back in this game. The left-footed extra point is up and through, splits the posts. And we'll keep it right here as Baylor needed to get back in this game, and they certainly did. A big drive there. 5 plays, 50 yards, only took a minute 22 off the clock, but Sawyer Robertson with his 27th touchdown pass of the season. A 21-yard strike as he found his favorite receiver, Josh Cameron. That's Cameron's 10th touchdown reception of the year.
That was a heck of a play. And I think the one thing you can take from this game so far is as good as LSU is at corner and on defense, Baylor is not scared to go at them. Like, they are trying to attack them vertically, and they're able to hold up in protection, I think, because they've got a little something going in the run game. They haven't ripped off huge runs, but they've run the ball well enough that they've been able to stand back there and try and push the ball down the field a couple times.
Well, 21-yard touchdown pass on the first play of the second quarter. 14:54 to play in the first half. 14-7 LSU on top. Here's the kick from Jack Stone. It'll be fielded at the 2-yard line by Xavion Thomas. And Thomas up the right hash mark, and he is hit shy of the 20-yard line. And he's knocked down at the 19. That's the end of the line there. Good coverage by the Baylor Bears. It's LSU will have it first down and 10 as they'll have it at their own 19-yard line to start this drive. LSU scored on its opening possession. Then when Baylor got the ball first, a pick six made it 14-0, but Baylor answering on the first play of the second quarter. Now it is 14-7, LSU on top as the LSU Tigers send their offensive unit out on the field. Ball right between the hash marks. Josh Williams is the running back. Garrett Nussmeier, the quarterback. Again, Nussmeier comes up to the line of scrimmage, says something to the offensive lineman. Now sends a man in motion from right to left. Claps his hands, takes the snap, quick pass out near side, caught there, but hit at the 20-yard line. That's the end of the line. What a defensive play. Aaron Anderson caught it in the left flat, but it was DJ Coleman that came up, and he was on an island, Coach. He had nobody else around him, and he was able to make the tackle.
Yeah, the two hardest things to do in football are block people in open space and tackle people in open space, and that was absolutely textbook open field tackling.
Well, it's a gain of, they'll say, forward progress out for a gain of about 1.5 yards. So officially call it 2nd down and 8 and call it a 2-yard gain. Ball at the 21-yard line of LSU as the Tigers moving from right to left here in the second quarter. Just underway in the second. They go with a running play over right tackle and pulling his way across the 25-yard line. After the 27 is Josh Williams. Williams is a low, that is for sure. Comes in here 440 yards, averages about 4 yards per carry, and that was a good second effort. He brings up a 3rd down and short, 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, LSU decided to go with some gap scheme and pull the guard and tackle and see if they could run the counter back up in there. Did a good job hitting it tight and getting back on track.
It's a long 2 to go for the first down here. 3rd down and 2, LSU at its own 27-yard line. Garrett Nussmeier takes the snap, looking right, throwing quickly right. It's caught there, cut upfield at the 30-yard line, first down, and plenty more out to the 40-yard line. And that is Trey'Dez Green once again. As Trey'Dez Green, his 3rd catch of the game, including a touchdown reception earlier. That's a 12-yard pickup and an LSU conversion.
I don't think you're allowed to call it a pick. I think you're supposed to technically say it's just a rub, but that's what that was. So.
That is 9 straight completions for the LSU signal caller, Garrett Nussmeier. Now first down at 10 for LSU at their own 39-yard line, leading 14-7. Back to pass. Here comes the blitz. Getting out of it now, having to throw this one, and it is it a catch at the 40-yard line? They're going to say it's a reception at the 41-yard line. Aaron Anderson almost looked like a kid who came out early for practice, putting his feet down on the line, waiting for the ball to come down, and he makes the grab, got a foot in bounds.
That was the toe tap drill you see every receiver coach in America do. How about Garrett Nussmeier throwing the ball all the way across the field, right in the only spot that he could get a completion?
Gain of 18. Now he wants to go deep on the right side. Touchdown, LSU. Chris Hilton beat his man down the right sideline, makes the catch, takes it into the end zone, and LSU is on top. 20-7. He beat Caden Jenkins on the play.
Garrett Nussmeier just drops a dime. Just a go ball to the field. Run as fast as you can, as far as you can. I'm going to take 3 steps from the shotgun and throw it, and it hits him perfectly in stride for what looks like an easy touchdown, but that's not easy, folks.
Ramos to convert the point after, and what an answer for LSU.
Did not take long for them to go down the field.
Ramos, the extra point to the goalpost to our left, and it is up, and it is good. LSU got on top 14-0. Baylor cut that lead in half, but LSU takes it right down the field, and they have a long field to work with, but no problem. LSU on top, 21-7. Hoppy Kirchfeld and Kyle Wiggs, they have joined us at halftime in the bowl season radio studio. But as for right now, this is the 2024 Kinder's Texas Bowl. Our score, LSU 21, Baylor 7. Now this word from AT&T FirstNet.
When you dedicate your life to saving others, don't you deserve something dedicated to you? AT&T and FirstNet think so. That's why the government chose AT&T to build FirstNet, a one-of-a-kind nationwide network for first responders. Because their connection changes everything. FirstNet, built with AT&T.
America's oldest college football all-star game runs through the Lone Star State. Be a part of history in the making at the 100th East-West Shrine Bowl. Thursday, January 30th, 2025 at AT&T Stadium. Visit shrinebowl.com for a chance to see the nation's top college football players ahead of the NFL Draft. Tickets start at just $20. Don't miss the historic 100th East-West Shrine Bowl. Get your tickets today at shrinebowl.com. Today's all-stars, tomorrow's legends.
Morning. I'm starting my health journey with my new blender. I got 2% cash back on it with the new Cash Rewards Plus card from Navy Federal Credit Union. I get unlimited 2% cash back on these carrots, apples, bananas.
It's 6 in the morning.
Oh, I also got 2% back on these smoothie glasses.
I'm going back to bed.
Oh yeah, I got 2% back on the mattress. Sleep tight.
You can earn unlimited 2% cash back on all purchases with the new Cash Rewards Plus card. Learn more at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA.
LSU on top 21-7, a 5-play, 81-yard drive that took just 2.5 minutes off the clock, and a 41-yard pass from Garrett Nussmeier to Hilton. Nussmeier on that drive, 4 for 4 for 75 yards. Man, LSU, that's the way you come back after having that lead cut in half, Coach.
Yeah, great answer. It's an interesting dynamic here with the new LSU offensive line versus the Baylor defense. Baylor's not been a great pass rushing team. They've had to bring pressure to create pressure. They've brought pressure a couple times and gotten to Nussmeier, but he's avoided a bad play, avoided a negative play, and then one time made a great play that's kept those drives moving.
Aaron Burrell will kick it away. 12:16 to play in this first half. Here of the Kinder's Texas Bowl, 10th annual. Jamal Bell is back deep for LSU. There's a high, deep kick. Bell returnable from a yard deep in his own end zone. He'll bring it up the right hash mark, and he gets tackled shy of the 15-yard line. So would have been better served to have brought that out to the 25, but LSU with the good coverage, and Baylor with a long field to work with. Here's Sawyer Robertson brings his offensive unit out onto the field for first down and 10. LSU leading by 14. Both of these teams 8-4 on the season. Baylor finished the year with their longest winning streak to close out a season, 6 consecutive wins to close out the regular season. LSU with back-to-back victories over Vanderbilt and Oklahoma to close out the year. Bryson Washington is yet to come back into this game after taking that hit, so they hand it to Pendergrass up the middle, has a hole, and he gets to the second level, and he's toppled there at the 19-yard line. He picks up 5 on the play. Whit Weeks, one of the top tacklers in the SEC there to make that tackle for LSU.
Baylor comes back with their own counter play of their own and able to hit it up on the inside before the unblocked tack can get there, and they're in second and manageable.
Pick up a 5-yard, second down and 5 for Baylor. Ball is at the Baylor 19-yard line. They go Pendergrass again, this time able to pick a hole and made a little out of not a whole lot at all as he gets across the 20-yard line and falls forward to the 23. Again, Whit Weeks there to make that tackle. He's going to pick up 4 more yards. West Weeks also in on that stop as well, teaming up for LSU. So it'll be 3rd down and 1 as Baylor wants to work quickly here from the shotgun formation. 3rd down and a yard. The ball is at the Baylor 23-yard line. LSU leading make it 21-7 here in the second quarter. Pendergrass up the middle. He's hit behind the line of scrimmage, and I don't think he's going to get there. He may have lost a yard on that one.
They just blitzed right off the edge and just ran the hoop and bent right to the running back's legs. And it looks to me to be a tackle for loss.
Yeah, Ahmad Bro came off that edge. He met the ball carrier right as they handed it off to Pendergrass, and that's going to be a loss of a yard. So it'll be 4th down coming up for Baylor. Baylor during that 6-game winning streak was 51% on 3rd down. That is a huge number right there.
They have improved as the season's gone along, and through the 6-game winning streak, it's surprised to see them struggle a little bit so far today on 3rd down.
Williams is in to punt it away for Baylor. He does just that and fielded all the way back to the 25-yard line, moving over to the right side. Xavier Thomas tries to get the edge at the 30, the 35 to the 40. He's pushed out of bounds on the far side. A good return by Xavier Thomas for LSU. That's a 52-yard punt and a 17-yard return for the speedster for LSU.
Well, that scares you when you're covering punts. When you get down there and your gunners can't make the play or slow the returner up. And they just had everybody pinned in and were able to get to the wide side of the field for a really good punt.
Well, Xavier Thomas, the Mississippi State transfer, all SEC 3rd-teamer. He has got a burst, that is for sure. So 1st down and 10 for LSU as Caden Durham is in at running back, the freshman running back. They fake the handoff to him. Nussmeier looking to the left, now throwing to the left, and it's incomplete. That is a miscommunication. There was no one even close to that pass as it flutters out of bounds at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if there's receivers supposed to hook up. That's certainly how Nussmeier threw the ball. Baylor coming with blitz. You know, you got to feel like Baylor's said, enough of this sitting back. Like, we're going to have to create some negative plays and try and pressure Nussmeier a little bit.
151 yards of total offense for LSU, 103 for Baylor. 2nd down and 10 for LSU. Ball is at the Tiger 42-yard line. And this time they fake the handoff. Quick pass out to the right side. It is caught there at the 45-yard line and spun down as Xavier Thomas. That is a pickup, enough for a 1st down, a 14-yard gain for LSU. What a great read by Nussmeier.
What a play by Nussmeier. I mean, he's meshing with the tailback, and the corner is blitzing right in his face, and he just looks like a shortstop slinging it sidearm right to the receiver.
Now he's going to sling this one deep along the left sideline, and it is caught for a touchdown. Chris Hilton makes a sliding catch, catches it on his knees in the end zone to our left, and LSU continuing to pour it on. Caden Jenkins had the coverage. It's 27-7 with a point after the come.
Defense number 8. That penalty is declined. Touchdown.
And 1. And the pass interference call. I mean, that's another go ball. I mean, they just Max protected. Nussmeier takes a 3-step drop and lays it up there. And what a catch. While being interfered with, while sliding to make the grab. Incredible play.
He had Jenkins draped all over him, pulling on his shoulder pads. Jenkins slid to his feet, or slid to his knees, as did Chris Hilton, and then he was still able to pull the ball in with great concentration, like you said.
I mean, to catch that ball while the defender is draped on your shoulders, like almost pulling you down, and to catch a little bit underthrown ball like that is remarkable. I guess they're looking at see if he was down before, at the one.
Yeah, but before he got into the end zone. I think he was in the end zone. It never ceases to amaze me how, though, that no matter where the play is, the replay monitor is always about as far away from the line of scrimmage as you can get. Oh, you know what? I think they may have got. I think this may be going to the 1 yard line.
I think you're right. It looks like that. He's like right on his behind there as he catches it.
The pass was completed, and the receiver was down with the ball at the 1 yard line. It's 1st and goal at the 1 yard line.
He slid into the end zone, but the knee was certainly down at the 1 with the ball not crossing the plane. That's still going to be a 43-yard pickup at LSU. You take the score off the board, but it'll be 1st down and goal to go for the Tigers at the 1 yard line, which is where they will mark it down. The initial call on the field was a touchdown. It'll set up 1st down and goal from the 1. Josh Williams will be in at running back as they'll go with that 2 tight end set. You talk about your jumbo package. That's what you have right here. And they hand it off up the middle and nothing doing. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Those guys up front getting it done for the Baylor Bears, and no gain on the play. So it'll be 2nd down and goal to go from the 1.
I was wondering about these very situations for LSU coming into this game because they're down so many tight ends. Like, I think they have an extra offensive lineman in the game right now. Like, this can't be super comfortable for them. It's got to be out of their norm. I know they've had several weeks to prepare, but it's just different than what they've done personnel-wise.
Now they're going with that 2 tight end set once again, and they will hand it off once again. This time, no dump pass into the end zone, and it's incomplete. They faked the handoff and tried the little jump pass. Trades Green, but he just overthrew Green in the end zone, who really wasn't open.
No, he kind of got caught up. Those plays are so beautiful when they work, but it's hard to navigate your way through there when you're the tight end. You can get caught up in the trash. Not even a guy trying to cover you, just a guy trying to fit the run can kind of knock you off your path pretty easily.
Because as a tight end, you want to kind of sell it a little bit too, right?
Yes.
Get caught up in
you could get caught up down in there and can't get out.
So now more of a conventional set with receivers to either side. They go with the I formation, back to pass. Nussmeier looking left, throwing into the end zone, caught, touchdown. Trades Green once again. All of the flow went to the right. Nussmeier stopped, threw it back to the left, and wide open was his tight end, Trades Green, and Green makes it a 27-7 game as LSU with a 20-point lead with a point after still to come.
Woo, great execution there. They just lined up under the center in the old I formation and ran the old John Gruden Spider 2 Y banana, except the Y didn't banana. He kind of hit out and then leaked out the backside for a touchdown.
Damian Ramos getting to convert the point after. He's been a busy man here in this first half. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 28-7 with 8:46 to play here in the first half. That is our score. You're listening to the 2024 Kinder's Texas Bowl on Bowl Season Radio.
If your child has a common orthopedic condition, that doesn't mean you can only get common treatments. You can choose Shriners Children's. Our world-class care is not limited to insurance networks or to what's been done before. The same doctors who innovate treatments for the most complicated orthopedic issues will help your child grow and develop properly. See what we do at shrinerschildrens.org. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
He's going to hit one deep down the field, and it's caught! It's a touchdown!
There's nothing
nothing like that moment when your team clenches a win. The Friday night lights, all those Saturday tailgate traditions, hours in front of the TV on Sunday. Football means tradition. Whether you played or cheered along, the feeling of game day never ends. Join the community and celebrate the game. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Football Matters.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
If you build a relationship, then it becomes easier. If you build trust, it becomes easier. As a parent, you want what's best for your child. To give them the love that a child needs. It's probably the best thing you do for a teenager.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
You're listening to the 2024 Kinder's Texas Bowl from Bowl Season Radio.
Well, LSU rolling right now as they lead it by a score of 28-7 here at the Kinder's Texas Bowl from NRG Stadium here in Houston. Kevin Eschenfeld alongside Justin Fuente. JP Heath down on the sideline for this one. And a lot of LSU fans here today, a lot of Baylor fans here, but LSU certainly had a lot to cheer about. They have poured it on from the very beginning. They really came ready to play.
Boy, they have, between scoring on defense and then hitting every go ball on the outside imaginable. It's just, it's been a clinic for their offense. And I feel like Baylor's got to be over there on the sidelines defensively saying, can we continue to play press coverage? Or how can we create some pressure on Nussmeier and not leave ourselves exposed to these go balls that he keeps completing right down the sidelines on us?
And offensively, doesn't look like Bryson Washington. We will see him the rest of this half at least, as he did not come back out. Bryson Washington, the leading rusher for this Baylor team. He's out after taking a really hard hit. He did not play in that last series. Dawson Pendergrass was the running back, but Baylor's really had since the first couple of plays of this game, they have not been able to run the ball as well as they did early on.
No, I mean, they get it to 3rd and 1 and get tackled for a loss and then give up a little punt return, and then LSU hits a go ball and there's another 7 points. It's just, can Baylor be consistent enough on offense to keep these drives going when they are in 3rd down?
Aaron Burrell kicks it away for LSU, and it's a deep kick that will land all the way through the back of the end zone to our left. Purple painted end zone with LSU in yellow. To our right, the gold painted end zone with Baylor in green. LSU leading by a score of 28-7 here in Houston.
Keep it up, guys. I mean, you don't want to exaggerate things, but you feel like Baylor needs to, it's pretty important that they put something together right here.
Yeah, that's for sure. 12th all-time meeting between these two schools. LSU leads the all-time series 8-3. First time, though, they've gotten together in 40 years. 1985, the last time. Here's the pass on the near side from the 25-yard line. It is caught there at the 45-yard line of LSU as Ashton Hawkins makes the catch. And that is a big play for LSU. For the Baylor Bears as he's tackled by the LSU defensive back. It's a 35-yard pickup down to the 39, make it the 40-yard line of LSU as he is marked down there. That's what Baylor needed in a big way.
Absolutely. Ashton Hawkins in the slot, runs a slot go ball, and Sawyer just puts it right on his numbers.
1st and 10 from the LSU 40, this time throwing over the middle. Robertson, and it is incomplete. Overshot the intended receiver. As the tight end was open for a second down at the 15-yard line, Gavin Yates, but ball a little late getting there, and it goes incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, Sawyer Robertson, you can tell he's been coached up. He was trying to manipulate that free safety so he could hit the tight end in the seam, and it just took him a little too long to move the safety. By the time he got back to the tight end, which is where I think he wanted to go the whole time, the window had just closed.
Robertson 5 for 10, 100 yards, a touchdown and an interception. This time hands it off up the middle. They go and fighting down to the 35-yard line. There's pushing and shoving going on. And once again, that time it's Pendergrass. Ahmad Bro making the tackle for LSU. He'll get credited for it. It's a pickup of 5 yards. So it'll be 3rd down and 5. Huge 3rd down situation here for Baylor, trailing this game 28-7.
Yeah, the last time they were in this situation around midfield, They ran the ball thinking they were going to go for it on fourth down, and LSU blitzed the house. So now let's see what the new answer is for both sides.
3rd and 6 from the LSU 36-yard line. LSU with a 21-point lead here in the first half, and there are going to be some movement up front. I think you're going to get a false start here on Baylor.
I can tell you what the answer was going to be. LSU was going to blitz the house. Now, I don't know what Baylor was going to do.
Offense, number 53. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Campbell Barrington on that right side got a little jumpy. And that's not good if you're an offensive lineman. So back it up 5 yards. Then some self-inflicted wounds here for Baylor as well.
Well, they've been in manageable situations, just have not been able to execute or kind of get out of their own way to keep from making it worse.
Yeah, you went from 3rd and manageable now to 3rd and long. 3rd down and 11. The ball is at the 41-yard line of LSU. Line to make the LSU 30. Pendergrass up the middle on the run. Tried to bounce it outside. Can't do it. He is swarmed under at the 40-yard line. No gain on the play. Zy Alexander among the many LSU players there to make that stop.
Well, LSU decided to play 2 high safeties and found a way to hold up in the run game while playing 2 high safeties. Holding Baylor to no gain now puts them in a situation nobody likes being in. 4th and 10 on the 40.
Yeah, you don't make it here, you're going to give LSU pretty good field position. Ball is at the LSU 40-yard line. 4th down and 10 from the LSU 40-yard line. Robertson stands in a shotgun formation, back to pass. Good protection now, trying to find a man downfield. He'll run with it himself, and he won't get there. Picks up a couple of yards to the 38-yard line, but that is it as Jones was there to make that stop. Savion Jones. And now there's some pushing and shoving after this play. And last thing Baylor needs now is a 15-yard penalty as players are coming off the benches. And they'll separate, and everybody heads back to their respective benches. Nothing to see here. One thing to see, though, is LSU dominating this first half as they lead 28-7. Yeah, it's not like it's 28-7, so you got a 21-point game. It's not like the total yards are huge on one side or the other. It's been a pick six. It's been big plays for LSU, and more importantly, maybe Baylor not being able to execute on key plays.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to finish anything. You know, they've got
the result of the play is the runner was short of the line to gain. After the play, there are unsportsmanlike conduct fouls on both teams. Offense, number 52. Defense, number 2 and number 40. This is all of their first unsportsmanlike conduct fouls in the game. All those fouls offset. It's 1st down, LSU.
So Tiger football. As they'll spot it, let's see. Now they're going to go ahead and give us a media timeout here. 6 minutes and 17 seconds play. LSU gets the football back, leading 28-7 from NRG Stadium in Houston. All LSU here of the Kinder Texas Bowl. You're listening to Bowl Season Radio.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
When I met both of them, it was like my missing pieces were found. Like it was just like an instant, these are my kids. If you're considering adopting a teen, just do it. Kids need families. I don't care the age. Everybody deserves a family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
For 75 years, the National Football Foundation and College Hall of Fame, through programs and initiatives like the College Football Hall of Fame, Campbell Trophy, and National Scholar Athlete Awards, has strengthened communities, promoted education, preserved opportunities, and protected the game. To learn more and become a member, visit footballfoundation.org. That's footballfoundation.org.
If your child experiences a burn, Shriners Children's is here with world-renowned burn care. The same doctors who innovate procedures for the most serious burn cases are ready with the most advanced treatments for pediatric burn injuries, no matter the degree. Best of all, our care is provided regardless of a family's ability to pay or insurance status. Visit us at shrinerschildrens.org to see why we're the place to turn for any burn. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
You're in bowl season. Now, back to the 2024 Kinder's Texas Bowl.
Now back here in Houston, Texas, alongside Coach Justin Fuente. Kevin Eschenfelder with you upstairs. JP Heath down on the sideline. Good to have you with us, and Happy New Year to you. And it's been a very happy New Year's Eve for the LSU Tigers and their fans as they lead the Baylor Bears 28-7. LSU scored on its opening possession, kicked off to Baylor, and then LSU got a pick six to lead it 14-0. Baylor would score to make it 14-7, but now back-to-back scores for the LSU Tigers. I don't know what's been more impressive, their defense or their offense, but they have been good on both sides of the football so far.
They've been outstanding. Coach Brian Kelly's got them ready to play. You know, there are always questions around the when you have guys decide not to play in the game or declare for the draft or enter the transfer portal, what's the team going to look like? How motivated are they going to be to play? The key is they had their quarterback, and he has showed up to play. And some of the young skill players that maybe hadn't played that much during the season are having a heck of a performance and basically making a statement that we want to play next year a whole lot.
I want to ask you about the offensive line because after this play, I want to get your thoughts on kind of plugging and playing and mixing and matching up front. But it is a 1st down and 10 LSU after Baylor turns it over on downs. Caden Durham is in at running back. He stands in a pistol formation behind his quarterback, Garrett Nussmeier. 1st down and 10 from the 39-yard line of LSU. LSU with the ball in a big lead, and a handoff running to the left side cuts it around the corner, and Matt Jones is there to make the tackle, topples him after a gain of 4 yards. But mixing and can you coach around maybe some deficiencies of new guys up front when it comes to that offensive line?
Well, you do your best, and they're all in the same meeting room all the time, so they're hearing the same verbiage, but it's different now. When you start moving them from the right side to the left side, it causes a little bit of consternation.
2nd and 6 from the 43. Quick pass on the slant, caught there into Baylor territory, and down to the 35-yard line goes Chris Hilton. That was a short gain that turned into a big one, a pickup of 23 yards for LSU, and they're right back in business once again with 5.5 minutes to go.
Boy, Chris Hilton looked pretty running across the field right there. He looked fast. It was a great job taking a short pass and making a big gain.
LSU with a 28-7 lead, looking for more. They go with a running play up the middle over that left side and goes to the 30-yard line as those big guys up front creating a path for Caden Durham. And Hilton, right now, big day for him. The receiver, 4 catches, 113 yards. That's a pickup of 5 more yards. So it'll be 2nd down and 5. Ball is at the Baylor 29-yard line. LSU moving right to left. Again, they go Durham up the middle, and Durham carrying tacklers across the 25-yard line down to the 23. Garmin Randolph there to make that stop for Baylor. But right now, LSU absolutely owning the interior of that line.
Just handing the ball off and getting whatever they want. This is an LSU team that did not run the ball very well all year, and let alone with their normal offensive line. And right now they're just handing the ball off and doing whatever they want.
They have outgained now Baylor by 100 yards in this ball game. 1st down and 10, LSU from the 23-yard line of Baylor. Blitz comes. Nussmeier rolls to the right, directing traffic downfield at the 25. Now he'll throw into the end zone, and it is incomplete. It was caught for a second, but then when Aaron Anderson brought it down on the back end of the line of the end zone, he hit it on his right hip, and the ball fell to the ground, and it goes incomplete. He was open, too. What a pass.
Nussmeier getting on the move, and he had a couple open guys there, but went for the home run, the death nail, the touchdown, and they just couldn't get linked up.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10. Ball is at the Baylor 23-yard line. LSU with a 21-point lead with 4 minutes and change to go here in this first half. From the left hash mark, moving from right to left. Handed off up the middle they go. Williams to the 20-yard line as Josh Williams biding his time, pushing the pile, and picks up a couple of more yards to bring up a 3rd down and 6 from the 19. Almost a must stop right here for Baylor.
I was just going to say, Baylor is swimming in deep water right now. There's 4 minutes left to go in the game. They're down by 21 points. They finally got LSU into a 3rd down and medium. They need to stop.
Garrett Nussmeier on 3rd down today, 4 for 4 for 22 yards and 2 touchdowns. Nussmeier takes the snap on 3rd down and 6, rolling to his right. Thinks about running. Now he'll throw into the end zone, and it is incomplete. almost intercepted, as Aaron Anderson was the intended receiver. There was a lot of defensive backs back there as well. And as far as Baylor is concerned, this is a bit of a win here, at least hold LSU to a field goal attempt.
Well, they got to be happy that they didn't score right there. That looked like the old try and draw them off sides play. If they jump, snap it, and I believe LSU snapped it when Baylor twitched but didn't jump all the way into the neutral zone. So it's kind of a broken play right from the start.
So Ramos, field goal attempt to the goalpost to our left, off the left hash mark, and it is blocked. Blocked and back to the 40-yard line. Is scrambled for the football. It is picked up at the 40, make it the 37. Now the officials say it's going to be Baylor ball. How about that? Huge stop for the Baylor special teams and their defense.
Well, that's a big play for Baylor. Obviously, a big momentum play. It's the worst thing you can ever hear as a special teams coach.
It's first down.
Is thud followed by another thud, and that's exactly what happened there. Giving up penetration off the right side, just a clean block. Big play for Baylor.
Yeah, it's the second thud that makes special team coaches either really happy or very angry.
Yeah.
So the ball finally comes to rest at the 35-yard line. That's where Baylor will have the football. First down and 10 for the Baylor Bears. Sawyer Robertson stands in a shotgun formation. Ball is set at the right hash mark as Baylor moving from left to right here in the second quarter, trailing 28-7. Robertson takes the snap. Blitz comes, throws over the middle. It's caught there. Caught at the 50-yard line and knocked down there by Josh Cameron. Josh Cameron with the big grab and out to midfield. That's a pickup of 13 yards and at Baylor first down. Now Richard Reese is checked in at running back. First down and 10 for the Bears from midfield. Robertson looking. He is being pressured and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 41-yard line as Parrish Shand came through basically unblocked.
Well, I don't know. It happened so fast. I don't know if there was a busted assignment up front or we just somebody on the offensive line just got whipped, but he was back there quickly.
Yeah, it ran right by the offensive lineman, and it was Ibedion who got beat on that play up front. So second down and 16 after the 6-yard loss. He'll try to throw it again, does to the near side. It is caught by Cameron at the 45, back shoulder throw, and just wrestled for the football and makes the catch on the near sideline at the 44-yard line is where they will mark him down. That's going to be shy of the first down, but third down and 2 now for Baylor. Baylor struggled on third down here today. That's a 15-yard gain. Robertson, high snap, quick throw, caught. First down for Baylor at the 40, make it the 36-yard line as Monray Baldwin on the quick slant. And now Baylor starting to get a little tempo and a little rhythm to that offense.
Finally a third down conversion. A team that's been so good in third down has not been good today. Finally get the conversion to keep the drive going into the 2-minute timeout.
Yep, 2-minute timeout.
That is the 2-minute timeout.
So the 2-minute timeout, our score, LSU 28, Baylor 7 at the Kinder's Texas Bowl. More from bowl season after this from Higginbotham Insurance.
It's the college football postseason, and you're focused on the game and your team's odds of winning. But if there's one thing you shouldn't leave to chance, it's your insurance. At Higginbotham, we've got more coverage options than the coach's game plan. From business insurance and employee health benefits to home and auto, we've got innovative solutions that are tailored to your needs and your budget. Higginbotham can insure everything but the outcome of today's game. Higginbotham, Higginbotham.com.
If your child has a common orthopedic condition, that doesn't mean you can only get common treatments. You can choose Shriners Children's. Our world-class care is not limited to insurance networks or to what's been done before. The same doctors who innovate treatments for the most complicated orthopedic issues will help your child grow and develop properly. See what we do at shrinerschildrens.org. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
The perfect place for families and friends, Houston has it all. H-Town is jam-packed with exciting, fun things to see and do. Go to visithouston.com to discover activities to satisfy every interest. arts, dining, shopping, museums, entertainment, and more. And search hotels for the best rates. Check out the events calendar. Start planning your perfect getaway. Log on to visithouston.com today.
Well, back here at the Kinder Texas Bowl from NRG Stadium here in Houston, home of the Houston Texans. It has been all LSU, but boy, Baylor could sure use a score right here and give themselves a little bit of momentum going into that locker room, because it's been an LSU team that's pretty much dominated, leading this one 28-7.
Yeah, Baylor has, for much of this half, not been able to handle their own success. They get a little bit of something going and then find a way to kind of mess it up, whether it's poor execution or a penalty or a turnover. LSU has been more than happy to take advantage of all of those, not just one or two of them, but all of them, to the tune of 28 points. But Baylor with a sign of life. They block the field goal. They get a little something going. They convert a third down, and now here we are with 2 minutes left and the ball on the 36-yard line with a chance to cut into this lead.
First down and 10, Baylor from the LSU 36-yard line. LSU leading 28-7 as we start play here after the 2-minute timeout. Richard Reese stays in at running back for LSU. As Bears looking to get into the end zone here before the end of the first half. Back to pass. Robertson wants to go deep down the left side. Has an open man, and it is caught at the 1-yard line and down. A big play for the Baylor Bears. They need it in a huge way. It'll be first down and goal to go. Keatron Jackson makes the grab. A pickup of 35 yards. It's first and goal for the Baylor Bears.
Sawyer Robertson giving his player an opportunity to go up and make the catch. Keatron Jackson goes up and wins by a couple yards and then makes the catch to get it to the one.
Just his 10th catch of the season. Now Pendergrass comes back in at running back. First and goal from the one. Hand it to Pendergrass up the middle, pushing the pile. He didn't get there. Now second effort. Touchdown Baylor. He was stopped in the backfield. Got his legs underneath him, able to push away from a defender. Takes it into the end zone, and Baylor strikes back, down 28-13 with a point after still remaining.
Great second effort by Pendergrass. You know, we haven't seen Bryson Washington since he took the big hit, but Baylor loves Dawson Pendergrass. He's gotten plenty of carries during the season. It's been a little bit of a two-headed monster back there at tailback, and they're happy to have Dawson fighting for those extra yards to get that thing in the end zone.
Hey, Whit Weeks was down. Actually, it was West Weeks that was down, and he was being attended to, and now he comes over to the near sideline. Both Weeks are down on this play. I don't know if they hit heads. Let's go down on the field, check in with JP Heath.
Yeah, there were two Tigers. You're right. Weeks over here, and Kinsey also got a little bit dinged up. There are a couple of LSU Tigers on one knee, clasping their hands, saying a quick prayer. So whoever's huddled up there right by the goal line, a couple of the Tigers think it's a pretty serious one, but he went down immediately.
Yeah, West Weeks was trying to get to the near sideline. Whit Weeks was down on the field on the far sideline, and I was noticing West Weeks, he took a couple of steps. This is what you don't want to see. Took a couple of steps and almost got to the near hash mark, and then he went down to a knee and kind of laid down on his back, wanted the training staff to come out. There's still another LSU Tiger down on the other side. We're still trying to get a number on him. Sports medicine staff is all over him, and that is Whit Weeks. So
yeah, I just saw the replay.
They're bringing the car.
Yeah, I saw the replay. He was in on the tackle and kind of went down to his knees, and then kind of got folded backwards. So I don't know if this is a lower extremity issue. There were plenty of bodies in there, so I couldn't see specifically what it was, but it looked like he was in an awkward position as he was being folded backwards.
It was a running play by Dawson Pendergrass, and Pendergrass was hit behind the line of scrimmage, and he was able to get away from the initial hit and kind of bull his way into the end zone. But there are a couple of LSU Tigers that are down, and they've brought the cart out. They're attending to Whit Weeks right now. And obviously quiet here at NRG Stadium. The sophomore from Watkinsville, Georgia, Let's go down on the field, check it with JP Heath. JP?
Yeah, now he gets helped up. He was attended to by about 6 medical personnel. I think it was a left.
Yeah, he's in an air cast.
Yeah, you don't want to speculate, but they got the air cast out of this, big red duffel bag. They take it out and they put that on him, and they've got the cart on there, so he'll get the best of attention here soon.
Yeah, it is an air cast that extends over his foot and up towards his knee, not above his knee. So, and the entire LSU team is running out onto the field from the near sideline to the far hash mark at the 5-yard line to give their teammates a bit of encouragement as he is being wheeled off the field here. He's on the back of the cart. So,
it tells you what they think of him.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? That says a lot for Whit Weeks and how his teammates feel about him.
And when a guy goes down like that, and it's so at the initial response, and you can see it from players. You've been around enough football, when something serious happens. You're thankful to see a guy get up smiling and shaking hands with everybody saying it's okay. Ankles heal, and you, whether it's an ankle, whether it's a knee, whatever the case may be, and certainly wish that young man the best. And he is still receiving high fives and encouragement, handshakes of encouragement from his teammates. And he goes off with his thumb up. So he was be carted off the field here to the near side. You can hear the LSU faithful giving him a large ovation, and the Baylor fans standing as well.
It's like he's telling the trainers in the cart the war story already. It looked like he was kind of going through the motions of what happened.
Isaiah Hankins will come in and try to kick through the extra point, make this a 2-score game once again, or a 14-point game once again. Good snap from center. Left footer puts it up, and he puts it through. So LSU and Baylor here at the Kinder Texas Bowl. As LSU leads it now 21-14. I can't think of anything Baylor needed any more than that drive right there.
That's what the doctor ordered, to step up and make a stop on defense, block the field goal attempt, and drive down there and get a touchdown. Now there's 1:41 left, and the other side of that coin is they need to get a stop here.
Well, these two teams combined for 143 yards in the first quarter. Second quarter, nearly 320. So save the fireworks for the second 15 minutes. We're not done yet. We have seen LSU strike in a hurry. Right now, they've got 1:41 to play with.
And Baylor knows LSU's going to come out and throw the ball. Can they find a way to get pressure without leaving their corners one-on-one?
Yep, Jack Stone with the ball teed up to the 35-yard line to our left. A high, short kick that's returnable from the 5-yard line as Xavier Thomas brings it upfield. He's at the 30-yard line, presses it outside. He's gone. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. One man to beat at the 20, the 10, 5. Touchdown, LSU at 95-yard kickoff return. And just like that, wow.
Holy smokes. Don't get comfortable in this game now. Man, what a great job blocking. He hit it, and it was kind of one of those that there wasn't much doubt once he broke through the first wave. He was gone.
Austin Osbury had a block that really sprung the returner. And when he bounced it to the left sideline, he was looking back over his shoulder all the way down. Damian Ramos for the point after. It's up, and the kick is no good. It was a low snap from center, and Ramos no good on the extra point. That's a story in and of itself.
Illegal formation. Offense. That penalty is declined. The try is no good.
Well, this is a guy who had been on some kind of a roll. 77 of 77 on the PATs. And misses there. So makes it a 20-point game at 34-14 with 1:28 to play. Let's pause 10 seconds. This is the 2024 Kinder's Texas Bowl on bowl season radio from First Team. Well, he's 36 of 36 in the regular season on point afters and finally misses one here. So it's 34-14. Now, it's like deja vu all over again, Coach. We're right back where now we see a team that needs a big drive and not a lot of time to do it.
Yeah, they got to go answer. I mean, obviously Coach Aranda's not going to be happy about the kickoff coverage unit right there, but you go get an answer right here, you're still right the ball game.
There's a kickoff. It'll come down. A fair catch called for, made at the 1 yard line by Jamal Bell. So it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Well, Baylor scores with about a minute and a half to go to make it a 14-point game and finally get back in this game at 28-14. But then on the ensuing kickoff, Xavion Thomas takes it 95 yards and takes it to the house. The LSU kickoff return for a touchdown. We're right back where we were, except for the extra point. Now it's a 20-point game at 34-14 as LSU leads it with 1:28 to play. Sawyer Robertson back out at quarterback. He stands with his heels on his 20-yard line. First down and 10, Baylor from the 25-yard line. Claps his hands together, takes the snap. Looking left. Now pressure comes, dumps it off to the right. Caught by Pendergrass at the 30. Makes a man miss. Moving to the left and towards the middle of the field at the 35-yard line. He is tackled there. That's an 11-yard gain as Devon Keys makes the stop for LSU. But a good start to this quick drive with clock continues to run with 1:15 remaining. They set the chain, set the clock, and here we go. 70 seconds left in the first half. 34-14, LSU on top. Quick pass out left side, caught there and steps out of bounds. 12-yard gain for Hal Presley as he caught it right in front of the Baylor bench to the far sideline. And now he's all the way out to the 48-yard line. Just like that, a couple of quick plays. Baylor's in pretty good shape right here.
Yeah, that's the key to a 2-minute drill is get the drill started. Now you've got the advantage. The pass rush is a little bit slower, and you got a chance to go operate. But getting that drill started is the key.
Here's a snap, throw out to the right side. This time thrown behind the intended receiver, Ketron Jackson, and that'll go incomplete. So the clock will stop with 59 seconds remaining. The ball is at the 48-yard line on the minus side of midfield for Baylor. So at the Baylor 48, second down and 10. LSU leading 34-14. Baylor moving left to right here. We're in the second quarter. Less than a minute left to play. Sawyer Robertson sends man in motion from left to right, looking left, throwing the quick slant. It is caught. It's caught at the 46-yard line. It's going to be a short gain on the play, but it was a nice sliding catch by Ashton Hawkins. It's going to be a pickup of 7 yards, so it'll bring up a third down and 3 for Baylor. The ball is caught at the 46-yard line of LSU. The clock continues to run. Robertson back to pass. Pressure comes over the left side. Throws it. It's caught at the 30-yard line for the first down. Big tight end makes the catch. That's a pickup down to the LSU 30 as Klopfenstein makes the catch for the Baylor Bears. Matt Klopfenstein.
Timeout.
And now timeout is called by Baylor. So the ball will be set at the 29-yard line.
30 seconds left, 2 timeouts. First down on the 30. They've done a great job getting the ball down here so far. They've got to be pleased with what they've done. What you really would like to do is find a way to get a couple throws into the end zone. So if you can get one more decent play, like I don't count a throw as in like a Hail Mary. Like you can run an actual play where guys could be crossing or whatever. So they need another 10 or 15 yards to get to be able to run like a legitimate red zone pass play down there and see if they can get another score.
Ball is set at the left hash mark. It will be first down and 10 for Baylor from the LSU 29-yard line. 34-14, LSU on top of Baylor. We're late here in this first half. Sawyer Robertson claps his hands together, takes the snap, good protection, throws left, and it is caught and out of bounds, stepped out of bounds. No, they're going to say incomplete pass. He was looking for Presley as Presley caught it but couldn't get a foot down. Ashton Stamps had the coverage, and good coverage it was. He was all over the intended receiver.
LSU continues to mix in just press man coverage. like on that snap right there where, I mean, they are very physical at the line of scrimmage and very long at corner, and they continue to mix their snaps up of press man.
Ashton Stamps may have gotten away with one right there. He had a whole lot of jersey in his hand as he was trying to knock that football away. Now 25 seconds remaining. Here's the snap. Again, the pressure comes up the middle. This time gets away from it. Now delivers the pass over to the left side, fighting for more yardage and down to the 15-yard line as it's caught there. Klopfenstein once again, the big tight end, making the catch there. He's pushed out of bounds. That'll stop the clock for the time being as it stops the clock. The ball is at the 16-yard line. Now you got that couple of chances here with 17 seconds. How does the play call change here?
Yeah, we use 17 seconds and 2 timeouts. Time is now more important than down, right? Like you only got 17 seconds. You're probably not going to get 4 shots. You got to start trying to find a way to get the ball into the end zone.
1st and 10 from the 16-yard line for Baylor, throwing this one on the fade pattern, and it's incomplete. And the coverage was there once again. LSU with Zy Alexander, who had the coverage, and he was able to hold up the intended receiver, Ashton Hawkins. Was really never able to get to the ball, so the ball goes to the turf with 13 seconds remaining. The crowd didn't like it, but that's pretty good coverage.
Well, that's the rules in college. You can play like that in college. In the NFL, you can't hardly do any of that, but that's good defense in college.
34-14, LSU on top with 13 seconds remaining. Now it's 2nd and 10. The ball is at the LSU 16-yard line as Baylor trying to close the gap here. Robertson takes the snap. Robertson back to pass. Again, steps up in the pocket, delivers. It's caught through the defender's hands. It's caught at the 12-yard line by Katron Jackson. And the clock, well, we're going to call the timeout here because the clock was running. That went right through a defender's hands. And had that ball been picked off, LSU would be celebrating a touchdown right now.
LSU sticking with their man coverage. This time they put 2 safeties on the roof and played a 2-man coverage to give help to both sides. Not a lot, quite honestly, open, and that's a very difficult coverage to throw against.
So 4 seconds make it. They're going to reset the clock to 6 seconds remaining. So Baylor is going to send their field goal unit onto the field to go ahead and try to get points here on the final play of this first half. Close the gap once again and try to make it a 17-point game as Isaiah Hankins will come in to try what will appear to be make it a 29-yard field goal to the goalpost to our right, from the right hash mark. He's a left-footed kicker from the right hash mark to the goalpost to our right. And now LSU will burn a timeout.
Timeout.
I like this call by Coach Aranda for what it's worth. I mean, 6 seconds is kind of no man's land.
Yeah.
If there's more time than that, you feel good about one play. If there's less time than that, you know you've got no play. 6 seconds is right in there with you don't want to roll the dice to maybe not get this opportunity.
The magic number here, the analytics will tell you is what, 7 seconds,
yes.
right? So it's 7. If it's right at 7 seconds, you might have a chance if you do it quickly. But less than that, you're playing with fire at that point. So Baylor, again, the field goal unit on. Trying to make this a 17-point game here at halftime. 6 seconds remaining.
Looks like they have the offense.
Wow, now they bring the offensive unit onto the field with 6 seconds left.
Obviously, they got to go quick.
Absolutely. From the right hash mark, the ball is at the 12-yard line of LSU with 6 seconds remaining. Sawyer Robertson stands in that shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the left. Quick throw into the end zone, and it is incomplete, knocked away. Couldn't have been played any better by Zy Alexander as he came up and knocked the ball to the turf with 1 second left. That's
what scares you to death about that scenario. LSU goes cover 0 blitz and plays way off. LSU knows the ball has to come out early.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense, number 42. Penalty is half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
Yeah, Devon Keys coming on that blitz. He hit Robertson late, and it was a clear penalty, but it's not going to matter because it comes with 1 second remaining in this half. So the ball will be spotted at the 6-yard line. So you're looking at, for all intents and purposes, a long extra point here. And now you got a player down for LSU. It's Jordan Gilbert. as he is down on one knee at the 10-yard line here to the near side. Right on the numbers at the 10.
So the cat and mouse game on the last play is interesting, right? Because LSU knows the ball has to come out quick, and they blitz everybody but back their defensive backs up. And so their defensive backs are backed up towards the goal line, looking at the quarterback because they've got time for the receiver to get to him. That's why the ball is almost intercepted. Fortunate for Baylor, the ball hit the ground, and there's 2 seconds on the clock, and they're going to get a chance for a short field goal.
So Isaiah Hankins, this will be a 23-yard attempt. The left footer from the right hash mark, goalpost to our right, kicks it up, and he kicks it through. On the final play of the first half, a wild first half here in Houston, the Kinder Texas Bowl here at NRG Stadium. Our halftime score, LSU leading Baylor 34-17, a seesaw affair that has gone back and forth. It saw LSU get off to a 14-0 lead. Baylor closed the gap to make it 14-7, but then LSU kind of ran away and hide after that as they lead it by a score of 34-17. And LSU has scored touchdowns offensively, defensively, and on special teams as Baylor has actually outgained LSU in this first half. We'll talk all about that. Come back. We'll recap things from here in Houston. That is all coming up next. It's halftime here in Houston. Our score, LSU 34, Baylor 17. Now this message from Navy Federal Credit Union.
Morning. I'm starting my health journey with my new blender. I got 2% cash back on it with the new Cash Rewards Plus card from Navy Federal Credit Union. I got unlimited 2% cash back on these carrots, apples, bananas.
It's 6 in the morning.
Oh, I also got 2% back on these smoothie glasses.
I'm going back to bed.
Oh, yeah. I got 2% back on the mattress. Sleep tight.
You can earn unlimited 2% cash back on all purchases with the new Cash Rewards Plus card. Learn more at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA.
He's going to hit one deep down the field. And it's caught. It's a touchdown.
There's nothing like that moment when your team clinches a win. The Friday night lights, all those Saturday tailgate traditions, hours in front of the TV on Sunday. Football means tradition. Whether you played or cheered along, the feeling of game day never ends. Join the community and celebrate the game. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Football Matters.
America's oldest college football all-star game runs through the Lone Star State. Be a part of history in the making at the 100th East-West Shrine Bowl. Thursday, January 30th, 2025 at AT&T Stadium. Visit ShrineBowl.com for a chance to see the nation's top college football players ahead of the NFL Draft. Tickets start at just $20. Don't miss the historic 100th East-West Shrine Bowl. Get your tickets today at ShrineBowl.com. Today's all-stars, tomorrow's legends.
It's halftime at the 2024 Kinder's Texas Bowl. From the Bowl Season Radio Studios, here are Hoppy Kercheval and Kyle Wiggs.
Well, we'll get you back to Hoppy and Kyle coming up in just a moment, but we stay with you right here from the Texas Bowl at NRG Stadium here in Houston alongside Justin Puente. I'm Kevin Eschenfelder. Good to have you with us. JP Heath down on the sideline, and Happy New Year to each and every one of you listening out there. And well, right, first half, it's been a good first half for LSU, needless to say. As we said it before going to break, Coach, they have scored in three different facets of the game, three different phases of the game, as they have scored a touchdown offensively, defensively, and on special teams. Hard to ask for much more than that.
Yeah, if you're LSU, I don't know how you could be too upset. I mean, you've made plays in every single way possible. At times, you've looked downright unstoppable offensively. If this game gets close, the one thing you think about after watching the first half is, can they kick a field goal? Like, they got one blocked. They missed a PAT with like a fumbled snap. If the game does get close, if Baylor does make a comeback, like, what's the LSU field goal kicking situation? But other than that, they've got to be tickled to death.
Yeah, I was going to say, we talk about it. That's from the LSU side. From the Baylor side, Baylor comes in here. It's one of the hottest teams in the country. They've won 6 in a row. That is their longest winning streak to close out a regular season in the history of their program. But it's not just about that. They have averaged over 500 yards per game during that 6-game winning streak, averaged over 41 points per game during that winning streak. This is like obviously a really good competition and a good defense they're going against in LSU. But the fact of the matter is, this is a very confident team coming into this one to needing to make a comeback here in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, they have every ability to come back and go get after this, and I'm sure Coach Aranda is telling them that, and I'm sure the Baylor players are not pleased with the way they played either. Offensively, at times, they've been fantastic. Now, they have shot themselves in the foot a couple times, and when you play good people, that manifests itself in punts and turnovers. But there have been times when they've driven the ball down and looked very efficient, and they can win some of these one-on-one battles. They've proved that. They've been able to go push the ball down the field. They've been able to hold up in protection. It's just, can they get back to the Baylor that was so efficient on third down? To me, that's where they have bogged down, is they haven't been able to be as efficient on third down as they have through this 6-game winning streak.
Yeah, you look back at it too, and Baylor playing right now, what we have seen, Bryson Washington was hurt on what was the second possession of this game, and Bryson Washington, one of their leading rusher, truly one of the good really good running backs from the Big 12. And this is a guy that's had an outstanding freshman season out of Franklin, Texas. A guy wasn't really recruited by any big-time programs, came on to Baylor, and he has been nothing but spectacular this season. But he got hurt in the second possession of this game, and he has not been back since. So they've had to go with Dawson Pendergrass. The running game has not been as good as it was early in this game. They've got to figure something out because the one thing you can't be against the LSU defense is one-dimensional. You got to be able to have both.
Yeah, they're going to have to run the ball. And part of it, too, is the situations they've been in. They've been behind or they've been in a 2-minute drill, and they just haven't had other than early in the game, they haven't been in that situation. I don't think they should panic in terms of saying, we're just going to go throw the ball. I do not think that's the answer. I think continuing to find a way to be balanced, to find a way to eke out a living running the football, to take a little bit of the pressure off Sawyer Robertson so he's not trying to make those plays every single snap of the game.
Well, the numbers will tell you that hasn't happened. Second quarter, Baylor's had 9 yards rushing, 190 through the air. LSU, as far as I'm concerned, LSU, even though this is the crazy part about this game right now, is LSU leading at 34-17, twice as many points. They've got 21 fewer total yards than Baylor does right now.
Well, 14 points, one from interception return and one kickoff return where the LSU offense didn't even get to take the field has hurt their statistics, but it hasn't hurt the one statistic that matters, and that's the score. But, to me, Baylor's got to say on defense, when we're defending LSU, how can we get pressure on Nussmeier and not give up go balls running down the sidelines, because that's what's happened. I mean, he's gotten some stuff going and then just basically dropped back and thrown a go ball down the sidelines for touchdowns.
Halftime here in Houston, LSU 34-17. We're going to take a break. Coming up next, we'll join Hoppy Kercheval and Kyle Wicks in the Bowl Season Radio studio. Our halftime score, LSU leading it by 17, 34-17. Now this message from Navy Federal Credit Union.
Aisleseats.com is your source for tickets to all types of events, sports, concerts, theater, and virtually anything else that takes a ticket. If your event is sold out or you can't get the quality of seats that you're looking for, that is what we specialize in. Great seats to the hottest events. We can also help if you're on a budget. Many tickets are priced below face value. Best of all, Aisleseats.com has none of the service charges that other sites are famous for. The price you see is what you get. Visit Aisleseats.com. That's aisle with an A. AISLESCATS.com.
Morning. I'm starting my health journey with my new blender. I got 2% cash back on it with the new Cash Rewards Plus card from Navy Federal Credit Union. I get unlimited 2% cash back on these carrots, apples, bananas.
It's 6 a.m.
Oh, I also got 2% back on these smoothie glasses.
I'm going back to bed.
Oh, yeah. I got 2% back on the mattress. Sleep tight.
You can earn unlimited 2% cash back on all purchases with the new Cash Rewards Plus card. Learn more at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA.
It takes a different breed to be the first to respond. The first on the scene. The first to tackle disaster head on. At ServPro, we witness the bravery of first responders almost every day. So to all those who never give a second thought to being the first ones in, this game's for you. ServPro. proud supporter of our nation's first responders.
Our timeout continues on Bowl Season Radio.
If your child has a common orthopedic condition, that doesn't mean you can only get common treatments. You can choose Shriners Children's. Our world-class care is not limited to insurance networks or to what's been done before. The same doctors who innovate treatments for the most complicated orthopedic issues will help your child grow and develop properly. See what we do at shrinerschildrens.org. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
He's going to hit one deep down the field. And it's caught. It's a touchdown.
There's nothing like that moment when your team clinches a win. The Friday night lights, all those Saturday tailgate traditions, hours in front of the TV on Sunday. Football means tradition. Whether you played or cheered along, the feeling of game day never ends. Join the community and celebrate the game. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Football Matters.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
If you build a relationship, then it becomes easier. If you build trust, it becomes easier. As a parent, you want what's best for your child. To give them the love that a child needs. It's probably the best thing you do for a teenager.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
This is the 2024 Kinder's Texas Bowl from Bowl Season Radio.
Back at the Bowl Season Radio studios, Hoppy Kercheval, and at the half, it's LSU 34, Baylor 17. Now, earlier today, the ReliaQuest Bowl in Tampa between Alabama and Michigan. Alabama got off to a terrible start in this. Quarterback Jalen Milroe fumbled twice, threw a pick, and Michigan was up 16-0 at the end of the first quarter. Alabama got on the board, though, in the second quarter of action.
Milroe drops the throw, lofting it right, wide open, down at the goal line is the tight end, Robbie Oots for the Alabama touchdown. Robbie Oots with his second touchdown of the season, 25 yards, and the Crimson Tide trying to find a way to get back into this game, finally hit pay dirt.
Chris Carlin with the call there on ESPN. And then with time running out in the first half, Alabama is inside the 10 with 17 seconds remaining. But the Tide settles for a field goal at the half. It's Michigan 16, Alabama 10. No scoring in the third quarter. We go to the fourth quarter. Midway of the fourth quarter, Michigan extends the lead with a field goal.
Dominic Zavada on to try to attempt a field goal. Snap, spot, kick is on its way. And from 38 yards, it is good. And Michigan has extended its lead to 19-10. Zavada today is 4 for 4 on field goals with 7:21 remaining in the fourth quarter. Michigan 19, Alabama 10.
Now that was big because it was a 2-score lead at that point for Michigan. Alabama adds a field goal with just 4 minutes left, making it 19-13 Michigan. Just over 2 minutes ago, Michigan punts, and Alabama gets a big return.
Good snap. They're coming after it. He barely gets it off. Line drive kick. Angled right. Ryan Williams fields it at his 7. Runs left to the 5, to the 10. Williams looking for blockers. 25-30. Williams, 35. Still inbounds. Near sideline. Out to the 45-yard line. That is what they have needed from the 17-year-old freshman all day long.
Yeah, it was big, and then Alabama works their way down inside the 10-yard line. They get pushed back to the 15. 4th and 10 from the 15, a minute remaining. The game is on the line for Alabama.
Milroe drops the throw, flushed out to his left, looking, throwing it over the middle. No chance. Scott had it at his feet, and that is it. Michigan comes up with the stop in their own red zone, and the Wolverines just need to take a couple of knees, and they will come away with a victory over Alabama here in the ReliaQuest Bowl.
And that's what they did. 19-13 was the final. That snaps a 16-season streak of Alabama of at least 10 wins as Michigan wins that ball game. All right, more of our halftime show coming up from Scooter's Coffee, the official coffee of bowl season.
Today's cup of Scooter's coffee was hard-earned in the trenches of school zone triumph. That pickup line is always a crawling mess of SUVs and minivans. But you timed it perfectly, getting there precisely between long-waiting early arrivers and last-minute moms. Even got a nice job from the oldest. Sure, he called your bruh, but you'll take it. So enjoy that Scooter's coffee, you pickup line prodigy. You earned it. Scooter's coffee. You earned it.
Built on 100 years of tradition. 10,000 players opt in each year for this one-of-a-kind experience. 1.5 million fans join them in person, while over 95 million fans watch the most interesting celebrations, from the mountains to the desert, the city to the beach, distributing over $100 million to the participating institutions and positively impacting communities across the country. This means something. This is bowl season, a celebration of college football.
If your child experiences a burn, Shriners Children's is here with world-renowned burn care. The same doctors who innovate procedures for the most serious burn cases are ready with the most advanced treatments for pediatric burn injuries, no matter the degree. Best of all, our care is provided regardless of a family's ability to pay or insurance status. Visit us at shrinerschildrens.org to see why we're the place to turn for any burn. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
A 43-yard field goal with a ticket to the championship on the line.
At this moment, who you voted for doesn't matter. What kind of car you drive, how much money you make, what kind of music you listen to, or how many followers you have doesn't matter. At this moment, the only thing that does is football. Visit footballmatters.com.
Back at the Bowl Season Radio studios, a couple of the bowl games underway. The Sun Bowl in El Paso, Texas. It's been quite a game. And Louisville has a 35-28 lead over Washington with just 36 seconds remaining. And Washington has the ball, and they're driving, so we'll keep an eye on that. Meantime, Illinois and South Carolina battling in the Camping World Bowl that's taking place in Orlando. Illinois has taken a 13-10 lead over South Carolina. And then, of course, coming up tonight, it's Boise State and Penn State in the first quarterfinals of the playoffs. All right, we'll return to NRG Stadium in Houston in 3 minutes to rejoin Kevin, Justin, and JP. This is the Kinder's Texas Bowl on Bowl Season Radio.
Morning. I'm starting my health journey with my new blender. I got 2% cash back on it with the new Cash Rewards Plus card from Navy Federal Credit Union. I got unlimited 2% cash back on these carrots, apples, bananas.
It's 6 in the morning.
Oh, I also got 2% back on these smoothie glasses.
I'm going back to bed.
Oh, yeah. I got 2% back on the mattress. Sleep tight.
You could earn unlimited 2% cash back on all purchases with the new Cash Rewards Plus card. Learn more at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA.
When you dedicate your life to saving others, don't you deserve something dedicated to you? AT&T and FirstNet think so. That's why the government chose AT&T to build FirstNet, a one-of-a-kind nationwide network for first responders. Because their connection changes everything. FirstNet, built with AT&T.
He's gonna hit one deep down the field, and it's caught! It's a touchdown!
There's nothing like that moment when your team clinches a win. The Friday night lights, all those Saturday tailgate traditions, hours in front of the TV on Sunday. Football means tradition. Whether you played or cheered along, the feeling of game day never ends. Join the community and celebrate the game. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Football Matters.
Our timeout continues on Bowl Season Radio.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
We just kind of knew from the beginning that we were family.
They showcased a sense of love that I never had before. I mean, he's not only my parent, he's like my best friend.
At the end of the day, it's all been worth it. I wouldn't change a thing about our lives.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Helping your inner circle prepare for emergencies can start in many ways. Put together an emergency kit with WIPOL. Create a family communication plan with your tita. Remind Bai to keep a backup battery charged. It all starts with a simple step, telling those you care about to be ready for the worst. So start a conversation and plan for emergencies together. Get more tips at ready.gov/start. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
A 43-yard field goal with a ticket to the championship on the line. Here's the snap. The kick is...
At this moment, who you voted for doesn't matter. What kind of car you drive, how much money you make, what kind of music you listen to, or how many followers you have doesn't matter. At this moment, the only thing that does is football. Visit footballmatters.com.
You're listening to the 2024 Kinder's Texas Bowl. It's time for the second half kickoff. Once again, here are Brian Estridge, Justin Fuente, and JP Heath.
As we welcome you back here at the Kinder Texas Bowl, Brian Estridge not here today. Kevin Eschenfelder pinch hitting for him. That's the thing about doing these games. You're traveling this time of year. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it did not. The travel bug biting Brian here today. So happy to fill in, happy to keep the seat warm. Halftime stats are brought to you by Genius Sports, a global leader in sports technology. Total yards, Baylor leading 272 to 251. It's been really a strange game in that regard, but LSU has gotten 2 non-offensive touchdowns. That has really been the difference in this game as they lead at 34 to 17. Now, Baylor won the toss. They deferred to the second half, so they will get the football to start here in the second. Coach Fuente, what do you want to see here if you're the Baylor Bears you're thinking about on this drive right here?
Well, I'd like for them to realize that they have had some success if they can just get their third down plan more cohesive. Like they're not going to be able to go just first and second down all the way down the field. They've created big plays. They've created separation down the field. They've made contested catches. Can they stay on the field on third down? Because when they have, they've scored.
Low line drive kick that goes out of bounds to start the second half. So that's going to set Baylor up as they get the first break of this second half. That'll be spotted out to the 35-yard line.
Kicking team, number 32.
Those things drive you crazy as a coach. You know, you just had if you're LSU, you just had a great first half. You're ready to go cover the kick. Let's go set the tone, and the dang kicker kicks it out of bounds.
It's one of those deals. It's not that it doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal, but can be kind of a momentum changer. At least it's not a momentum keeper, if you will.
Yeah.
And breaks that. So it comes out to the 35-yard line where Baylor trailing 34 to 17 to start this second half. Fresh 15 on the clock as we are ready to go here in the third quarter. Dawson Pendergrass is in at running back, and they swing it out to Pendergrass on the left side, caught at the 35-yard line. And he's out to the 40, picks up 4 yards, make it 5 yards on the gain as Devon Keys there to make that tackle for the LSU Tigers on that left, numbers at the 40-yard line. So pick up a 5. It'll bring up second down. Pick up a 4. Second down and 6. They officially mark him down at the 39-yard line. Quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Running play up the middle. This time Pendergrass into the second level, and he gets across the 50-yard line and into LSU territory at the 46. Javion Toviano there to make that tackle. That's a 14-yard gain on the quick hit.
Yeah, they changed their scheme up a little bit, run a little open end power scheme, and it hit tight for a big play.
Now they set up the wide receiver screen on the left side. It's caught there and run out of bounds finally, but it's still another nice gain to Ashton Hawkins. Again, finding guys in space, and that's what Baylor has been able to do right there. That's another gain of 12 yards and a pickup, another first down for the Baylor Bears to start here in this second half.
They've done a great job holding up on the perimeter. When they've thrown the ball out to the perimeter, they've been able to hold up on blocks and make some plays to keep drives rolling.
Ball's at the LSU 37-yard line, 34-17, LSU on top of Baylor. High snap, fielded by Robertson, throws over the middle, and a diving catch. It was thrown behind the intended receiver. That's a 9-yard gain. What a job by Hal Presley to go up and reach back to pull that ball in.
Yeah, Sawyer Robertson's fielding high snaps and dealing with zone blitzes and finds a way to just get the darn thing out of his hands, and they have a good play.
A pickup of 9, 2nd down and 1. The ball to the LSU 28-yard line now. Pendergrass up the middle, has the first down, and he's across the 25, down to the 23-yard line. They'll say move the chains. That's a pickup of 5 yards, and now Baylor with a little tempo and a little rhythm going offensively right now.
It's like Baylor knew that they only rushed the ball for 9 yards in the second quarter, decided that they were going to have to find a way to run the ball, and they've done it so far.
Yeah, done that right here on this drive to start the second half. So 1st down and 10 for Baylor. The ball is at the LSU 23-yard line. Again, a high snap fielded by Robertson, throws, and it's through the outstretched hands of his intended receiver at the 11-yard line. Katron Jackson, and the ball falls harmlessly to the turf, but that was a scary play for just a moment with those LSU defensive backs back there.
Well, they had a great call. Offensive coordinator Jake Spavital had it dialed up. LSU had a zone blitz from the field and played cover 2 to the field, but Baylor had the formation into the boundary, so they had 2-on-2 into the boundary, just couldn't complete it.
2nd down and 10. The ball at the 23-yard line of LSU. Baylor looking to get back in this game, trailing 34-17. They hand it off up the middle. They go, and it's not a lot there. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. I believe that was Richard Reese on the carry there for the Baylor Bears, and West Weeks in to make the stop. Good to see him back on the field, too. He left at the end of that first half as well with an injury. So it's going to be 3rd down now here. The first time that they have gone to 3rd down on this drive. A 3rd down and 10. Ball is at the LSU 23-yard line. Dawson Pendergrass, he's the running back, set off the right shoulder of Sawyer Robertson. Now they shift him over to the left. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right, a 2-by-2 set. Back to pass, Robertson throws near side. Caught! Cameron, he's down to the 12-yard line. Is Josh Cameron on the quick slant. Found the coverage that they like, and he beats Cy Alexander to the inside, and it's going to be 1st down and 10. A big conversion there for Baylor.
LSU going with the all-out blitz, blitzing more than Baylor can block. They know the ball's going to come out quick, but they do a great job with a little quick slant to the outside for a big gain.
1st and 10, Baylor from the LSU 13-yard line. Send the man in orbit motion. Up the middle, they go with a running play across the 10 and down to the 8-yard line goes Dawson Pendergrass again. And so now Baylor inside the 10-yard line, between the 9 and 10-yard line of LSU. They'll work from the right hash mark. Baylor has outgained LSU by 80 yards in this game with this drive, but trailed by 17 points, 34-17. 2nd down and 5. Baylor can get a 1st down at the 3-yard line. 2 wide receivers to the left. The H-back is set to the left. 2 to the right, which is the short side of the field. Blitz comes, throwing into the end zone, looking, and it's incomplete. Threw it high, and there was good coverage on that far side in the far corner. The Baylor receiver is absolutely livid as Ashton Stamps had his hands on the numbers of the intended receiver for Baylor. But no flag and no call, and Hal Presley, he felt like he was hindered from jumping for the football.
LSU is decided when the ball gets down here, they are going to blitz. And they did that time. And sometimes they're holding up in coverage like last play, and sometimes they get hurt like on 3rd down.
3rd and 5 from the LSU 8-yard line. Pendergrass up the middle, and Pendergrass runs into the sea of purple jerseys at the line of scrimmage. May have lost a yard on the play. Savion Jones, the All-SEC defensive lineman, was there to make that stop for LSU.
That play was like popcorn, everybody coming off the ball. It was like Baylor didn't exactly get off on the snap count the way they wanted to. It looked a little discombobulated.
I've never heard that term, but I know exactly what you're saying. Makes sense. So huge 4th down and 5 here for Baylor. From the right hash mark, moving from left to right, trailing 34-17. 4th and 5 from the LSU 8-yard line. Snap back. Looking, Pendergrass throws into the end zone. It is caught for a touchdown. Sawyer Robertson with the pass to Ashton Hawkins on the back line of the end zone. The official waited for a second to make the call. And he puts his hands in the air, and Baylor scoring a touchdown on the opening possession of the second half. What a job by Ashton Hawkins. Not only did he get a foot, just a tiptoe, and had to reach back in to the field of play to get that foot down. What a call, what a play.
My goodness. He was open early. LSU played zone on 4th down, trying to mix up the calls. And he was open early and just kind of tried to settle, but he knew he was running out of room, getting to the back of the end zone quickly. Sawyer Robertson finally found him, throw it in there, and if he is in, which I think he is, it is by a hair, by a shoelace.
I mean, his body was over the white, the out-of-bounds part of the back line of the end zone, and had to reach back with his toe and tip it into the field of play, if in fact he did it, to make this catch. Everything we've seen up here, I mean, if it's one of those, if the call had been the other way, but every replay we have seen, I don't know how you come back and say that his foot is out of bounds.
I mean, what a catch. I mean, everything is, like you're saying, everything is over the line, except a little bit of his toe, which I believe is inbounds. I mean, really, really remarkable.
It's almost as, I mean, I know this sounds crazy. It's almost as if his big toe and his second toe were inbounds, and the rest of his
I know
the rest of his foot were hanging over the white out of bounds marker.
But I'm with you. Like, again, we've all been fooled before, but when they call it a touchdown on the field, I don't see how they can reverse that.
Let's go down and check in with JP Heath. JP.
Yeah, Coach just said it. The camera angle they have, I'm right by that dolly, and I was right near that play. They don't have one shooting down the line in the back of the end zone, so I think that's the best look they're going to get that we've seen now, but just a beyond tremendous catch. They have a ruling here.
Here's the call.
After review, the pass was incomplete.
Oh!
It's first down.
Wow.
Well,
wow. That is shocking. Maybe they have a look that we did not see.
I hope they do.
Because I'm shocked that was ruled an incomplete pass. But what an effort, completion or not, by Ashton Hawkins. And there's going to be a timeout on the field. So media timeout. LSU will take over on downs with the score. LSU 34, Baylor 17. We'll return to the 2024 Kinder's Texas Bowl after this from Higginbotham Insurance.
When the game's on the line, every play counts. And when it comes to protecting what matters most, so does your insurance partner. Higginbotham covers the big moments on and off the field. Whether we're protecting your home, your business, your car, or your health, we've got more coverage options than the coach's game plans. This season, don't just play it safe, play it smart. Higginbotham. Higginbotham.com.
America's oldest college football all-star game runs through the Lone Star State. Be a part of history in the making at the 100th East-West Shrine Bowl. Thursday, January 30th, 2025 at AT&T Stadium. Visit ShrineBowl.com for a chance to see the nation's top college football players ahead of the NFL Draft. Tickets start at just $20. Don't miss the historic 100th East-West Shrine Bowl. Get your tickets today at ShrineBowl.com. Today's all-stars, tomorrow's legends.
The perfect place for families and friends, Houston has it all. H-Town is jam-packed with exciting, fun things to see and do. Go to visithouston.com to discover activities to satisfy every interest. Arts, dining, shopping, museums, entertainment, and more. And search hotels for the best rates. Check out the events calendar. Start planning your perfect getaway. Log on to visithouston.com today.
Would look like a touchdown reception by Ashton Hawkins, ruled incomplete after further review. So LSU gets the football back on downs, leading 34-17. Let's go back down into the field and check in with JP Heath.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. At the half, Brian Kelly, LSU boss man, saying the offense hit the big plays they've been missing all year. They need that consistency to open up the running game. Defensively, they've got to hold up on the corners. They're giving up a ton of the 50-50 balls. He said Alexander, some good plays on one side, but Stamps really needs to make some plays on the other side. And I'm with y'all. That sure looked like a catch there for the Bears.
Yep, absolutely. Hey, Scooter's Coffee, the official coffee of bowl season, would like to congratulate the athletes and staff on the hard work and commitment that earned them a place in today's exciting bowl game. Scooter's Coffee, amazing drinks, amazing people, amazingly fast. Well, yeah, it was certainly a disappointing end to that Baylor drive. It came up empty, 12 plays, 56 yards. End up turning it over on downs for the second time today. Also took 4 minutes and 49 seconds off the clock. Now if you can play the field position game here where LSU will take it over, first down and 10, the ball at their own 9-yard line as Josh Williams is the running back now for LSU. And Garrett Nussmeier standing in that shotgun formation, takes the snap, hands it off, up the middle they go, and bowling his way out to the 15-yard line. That's a 6-yard gain right up the gut. That's a little bully ball there as Matt Jones made the tackle. That's us against you and the big guys up front. LSU winning that battle.
Baylor trying to protect those corners a little bit in their too high defense to prevent the long plays that we've seen so many of. And LSU hands it off for 6 yards right up the gut.
Josh Williams with the 6-yard gain brings up second down and 4 from the 14-yard line. LSU in their own territory with a 17-point lead. That's right, back to pass. Now he'll step up in the pocket, room to run. 20, and he slides ahead. A head-first dive at the 22-yard line. That's enough for an LSU first down as they move it out to their own 22-yard line. That's the thing about a guy like Nussmeier. You said it earlier, Coach. You don't want him to run, but he's okay if he does.
He certainly can. He's a good athlete. They don't try and design very many runs for him, but he can get himself out of trouble.
First down and 10 for LSU from its own 22-yard line. Over the middle, long throw, diving catch made there at the 45 and stays on his feet. Now the ball is fumbled and it's loose, and Baylor has the ball at the 35-yard line. They have it at their own 35. It was Devin Bobby picked it up. The catch was made over the middle. He was diving for the ball, but able to keep his feet and then trying to get more yardage. Lost the football as Aaron Anderson fumbled it ahead. And I think this is going to be Baylor football. Question is, did he pick it up? And he did inbounds, and that's exactly what he did. Xavion Thomas was there to make that tackle.
What a play. That Baylor comes out and plays cover 2, but zone blitzes it. Nussmeier hits the seam route perfectly in stride just as the defender passes him. Carl Williams comes in and punches the ball out. Yeah, punches the ball out. And now Baylor's back in business.
So Baylor with the football turned it over on downs and what they thought was a touchdown pass, but then they get it right back here as they have it in their own territory, and they hand it off. Running play, trying to get up the middle, now bouncing it outside at the 40 and pushed out of bounds here on the near sideline goes Richard Reese. Reese didn't get a lot of playing time this year. The junior out of Belleville, 56 carries, 233 yards. Did rush for a touchdown, but getting some work here with Bryson Washington being out for Baylor to pick up a 3 yards. So it's second down and 7 as the ball is set at the Baylor 40-yard line. From the right hash mark, moving left to right is Baylor here in this third quarter, trailing 34-17. Back to pass again. Robertson out to the left side. It's caught there, 40-yard line, 45. The running back takes it ahead just short as Richard Reese, just short of the line to make. Ashton Stamps makes the tackle, but that's a pickup of 6 yards. Going to be short by about a yard, so it'll be third down and a long one to go for this first down.
Better job by Baylor on second and long. They have struggled when it's second and 9 or 10, getting it into third and manageable. Good job there getting 6 yards, getting this down to third and 2.
Yeah, third down 2. Ball is at the minus side of midfield. Baylor at its own 45-yard line. Need to get to their own 47 as they take the snap here. Quick slant. Caught there by Josh Cameron. He slides down at midfield, maybe the 49-yard line of LSU as P.J. Woodland had the coverage for LSU. That's almost an undefensible play.
It really is, and Baylor's come out with a much more cohesive plan here on third down to keep these drives going.
First down and 10, ball settled right at midfield as Sawyer Robertson takes the snap. Robertson looking to the right now, throwing to the right. Back shoulder throw goes incomplete. He was looking for Josh Cameron. The defensive back was P.J. Woodland. He kind of slung Cameron to the turf, and that's where you heard the moans and groans from the Baylor faithful, but that ball goes incomplete. It'll be second down and 10 from midfield.
Yeah, they look like they were kind of in between trying to throw a back shoulder fade and trying to throw an actual stop route. There's so much contact LSU is so physical at the line of scrimmage with their corner position that it's hard to make routes very crisp.
So here's 2nd down and 10. And I thought that was an interesting point you made just a moment ago, and get back to it about yardage on 2nd down and making it 3rd down and manageable. They'll try to do that right here on 2nd and 10. Swing pass out to the left, room to run. 45 at the 40, cutting it upfield at the 35, at the 30, now to the near side, between the 20, the 10, the 5, and tackled at the 4-yard line goes Monterey Baldwin. He caught it all the way out to the left. Reversed field, came back to the right, and he's tackled at the 4-yard line. That's a 46-yard gain for the Baylor Bears.
I thought he was going to score, but I think he had to run so far. He ran out of gas a little bit, a little too much Christmas pie maybe for him. It started to peter out a little bit, but gets it down there to the 4-yard line.
Great blocking by the receivers downfield, too, on that play. 1st down goal to go for Baylor, trailing 34-17. Ball is set at the 4-yard line as Baylor moving left to right here in this 3rd quarter. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. That's Yates, the tight end. Now they move him in motion. Quick pass out to the left. Caught, touchdown, Baylor. They made it look easy right there as Ashton Hawkins just caught the wide. They had numbers on that far side. There were 3 receivers and 2 defenders. They threw it out there, and he was able to walk into the end zone.
Yeah, they went to an unbalanced line with the wide receivers, not with the offensive linemen, but with the wide receivers. LSU had a blitz call, had a hard time getting it all covered up. They flip it out there on the perimeter screen and just walk in the end zone.
Isaiah Hankins with a point after and a chance to make this a 10-point game, and it is up and good. Can't take anything for granted in a bowl game. You got new guys snapping, you got new guys holding, you got new guys kicking sometimes, but that one was true, and it is through for the extra point. So a new score here in Houston, the Kinder's Texas Bowl, as Baylor gets back on the board. From Houston, our score, LSU 34, Baylor 24. This is the Kinder's Texas Bowl on Bowl Season Radio.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
When I met both of them, it was like my missing pieces were found. Like it was just like an instant, these are my kids. If you're considering adopting a teen, just do it. Kids need families. I don't care the age. Everybody deserves a family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
For 75 years, the National Football Foundation and College Hall of Fame, through programs and initiatives like the College Football Hall of Fame, Campbell Trophy, and National Scholar Athlete Awards, has strengthened communities, promoted education, preserved opportunities, and protected the game. To learn more and become a member, visit footballfoundation.org. That's footballfoundation.org.
If your child experiences a burn, Shriners Children's is here with world-renowned burn care. The same doctors who innovate procedures for the most serious burn cases are ready with the most advanced treatments for pediatric burn injuries, no matter the degree. Best of all, our care is provided regardless of a family's ability to pay or insurance status. Visit us at shrinerschildrens.org to see why we're the place to turn for any burn. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
You're in bowl season. Now back to the 2024 Kinder's Texas Bowl.
Well, 6 plays, 63 yards, 2 minutes, 35 seconds off the clock for the Baylor Bears. As they now pull to within 10. LSU leading at 34-24. And this is the 12th all-time meeting between these two schools. LSU leads the all-time series 8-3, but they have not gotten together since 1985. And I don't know what's crazier, the fact they haven't played in 40 years or that 1985 was 40 years ago tomorrow. But that was a game in which Baylor won 21-7. They also, this is not the last time or the first time that they played here in Houston. They played in the 1963 Bluebonnet Bowl, which would have been at Rice Stadium, as Baylor beat LSU 14-7.
Time flies.
Yeah, it does. We just try to hold on and fly with it. Well, both of these two teams, that's one thing about it. I feel like we're at an Arena Football League game here today.
Boy, you do not want to get up and go to the refrigerator in this one because you're going to miss something.
LSU leading Baylor 34-24. That's now 10 unanswered for the Baylor Bears. And it could very easily have been 17 unanswered had that fourth down play, what we thought was called, it was called a touchdown. We all thought it was going to be a touchdown. Instead, it was reversed and called no catch. Isaiah Hankins will kick it away. He's now the kicker here for Baylor. It's a short kick, and he fielded at the 7-yard line by Xavion Thomas, who already has a kickoff return for a touchdown. Reverses field, heads to the right sideline as he goes across the 20 out to the 23-yard line, which is where LSU will scrimmage first down and 10. LSU on its first possession of the second half. They turned it over, resulting in a touchdown for the Baylor Bears to make it 34-24. Baylor has outgained LSU 391-297. We are about 6:15 to play here in the third quarter. But more than half of the third quarter has been played. So receivers to either side, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Caden Durham, the running back now, on first down and 10 for LSU from its own 23-yard line. Fake the handoff to Durham, pass it out to the left side. It is caught there at the 25 to the 30, out to the 35-yard line, and across the 35 goes Aaron Anderson, and he has teamed up a couple of Baylor Bears there to make that tackle. But again, playmakers make plays, and he did right there.
Boy, you talk about getting your guys the ball in space. He had plenty of space there, and it's hard to tackle these skill guys in open field. We've seen it on both sides of the ball. It's just a tough task.
Pick up of 15 yards on first down. LSU with a 10-point lead. We're in the third quarter. First down and 10 LSU from the 37-yard line. LSU in its own territory. And now whistles blow as the snap is made. And line judge from the near side comes in a hurry.
Snap infraction. Offense, number 79. 5-yard penalty. First down.
DJ Chester, the center. Well, LSU in their white headgear with the LSU block letters arched along that helmet. Gold tiger in the middle. Purple jerseys, white pants with white numbers. Baylor with their yellow gold helmets, white jerseys, green numerals, and green pants here today. Well, after the 5-yard mark off, first down at 15 from the 32-yard line for LSU. Running play up the middle they go into the 35-yard line. Into the line there. Tried to get that yardage back, but didn't quite get there. Picked up 3 on the play. Goes Caden Durham into the teeth of that Baylor defense. Baylor 8-4 coming into this game. Both of these teams coming off 8-4 regular seasons. It'll be second down now and 12. Ball is at the 35-yard line. Again, back to pass, looking over the middle, looking, now throwing, and it's almost intercepted. Went off the intended receiver, Aaron Anderson's hands, and it hit a Baylor defender right in the chest. I think that was Matt Jones, and had they been able to, and he held on to that.
Yeah, that was almost a huge play. That's one thing about those crossing routes that come underneath. This is an obvious statement, but there's defenders behind it, and when the ball gets tipped, it's usually bad news.
When it's thrown quickly like that, too, there's usually with some velocity as well. Third down and 12 here for LSU. Ball is at the Tiger 35-yard line. As Nussmeyer takes the snap, back to pass, looking, throwing, intercepted. Picked off by Baylor at the 40-yard line to the 35 to the 30. Down to the 25-yard line goes Garmin Randolph. Baylor with the takeaway, their second of the second half. Stepped right in front of the receiver.
Just dropping into the boundary flat, zone blitz, and he's the dropper into the boundary. Nussmeyer just didn't see him and tried to throw a comeback there into the boundary. And the big man catching the ball and showing some open field maneuvers for a little while. And then those legs got a little heavy and he went down, but a heck of a play.
Yeah, that Jack linebacker, his second interception of the season. And now Baylor can certainly make this a very much more interesting game right now. Not that we hadn't seen its fireworks so far.
Those are hard on the quarterback. You never know if that guy's rushing and not going to be there or dropping and going to get underneath routes.
First and 10 Baylor from the LSU 26-yard line. They're going to throw this one deep into the end zone, and it's incomplete. Tried to lead the receiver down that left side as Ashton Hawkins just not quite speedy enough to catch up with that pass. But to your quarterback's credit, if you think about it there, you're going to throw it where only one guy is going to be able to get to it. That's your guy for Sawyer Robertson.
Yeah, tried to get a little wheel route from the slot receiver to the field, and just not a bad decision really to lay it out there and see if he can go track it down.
Second down and 10. Baylor at the LSU 26-yard line. Handoff up the middle. Pendergrass trying to find his way. Push the pile down close to the 20-yard line. It'd be shy of the 20, down to the 25. Again, Savion Jones, big LSU Tiger there to make that stop on this LSU defense. Savion Jones, 6'6", 280 pounds. Vacherie, Louisiana. He's a senior. Under 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. LSU leading 34-24. Third down and 6 now for Baylor. From the LSU 22-yard line. Running play up the middle. They go to the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. He's going to be shy of the first down by about a yard. What's the decision here? Because you've got decisions to make for Dave Aranda.
Well, it appears that they're going to stay on the field and go for it. It's a 10-point game with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. You got to feel like that was their plan all along. They handed off the counter on third and long. Got to feel like that they felt like if they could get it into fourth and ends, well, they were going to go for it. They made that decision before the last play call.
Fourth and a long one from the LSU 17-yard line. Tigers leading by 10, 34-24 from the right hash mark. High snap. It's over the head of Robertson all the way back to the 45-yard line. Who's got it? And finally, Sawyer Robertson falls on it on the LSU side of midfield all the way back at the 47-yard line. And on a 4th and 1, a high snap that went over the quarterback's head. No chance of getting to that football, but it goes all the way back to the LSU side of midfield. Wow, what a turn of events there when you thought the momentum was all on the Baylor side.
I believe they were going to go to the same play that they scored on the last drive. They were in the unbalanced wide receiver set that I referred to last time where they threw the perimeter screen. I feel like they possibly had a similar thing with an RPO and a perimeter screen out there. The play never got going. Yep. You can't play if you can't get the snap.
So with the score, LSU 34, Baylor 24. Now this from AT&T FirstNet.
When you dedicate your life to saving others, don't you deserve something dedicated to you? AT&T and FirstNet think so. That's why the government chose AT&T to build FirstNet, a one-of-a-kind nationwide network for first responders. Because their connection changes everything. FirstNet, built with AT&T.
Built on 100 years of tradition, 10,000 players opt in each year for this one-of-a-kind experience. 1.5 million fans join them in person, while over 95 million fans watch the most interesting celebrations, from the mountains to the desert, the city to the beach, distributing over $100 million to the participating institutions and positively impacting communities across the country. This means something. This is bowl season, a celebration of college football.
Morning. I'm starting my health journey with my new blender. I got 2% cash back on it with the new Cash Rewards Plus card from Navy Federal Credit Union. I got unlimited 2% cash back on these carrots, apples, bananas.
It's 6 in the morning.
Oh, I also got 2% back on these smoothie glasses.
I'm going back to bed.
Oh, yeah. I got 2% back on the mattress. Sleep tight.
You can earn unlimited 2% cash back on all purchases with the new Cash Rewards Plus card. Learn more at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA.
0-1 to play. LSU leading 34-24. The Kinder's Texas Bowl. Let's pause 10 seconds. This is the 2024 Kinder's Texas Bowl on Bowl Season Radio from First Team. Well, Navy Federal Credit Union proudly serving all branches of the armed forces, veterans and their families, no matter where you are in your military career. Navy Federal has the products and resources to help you navigate your finances. Learn more at NavyFederal.org. Our members are the mission. So a 36-yard loss, a change of possession there is the high snap in LSU. Baylor had a 4th and 1 from the 17-yard line, and now LSU, after that high snap, will take it over 1st down and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Not only do you not get the points, but you lose the field position.
Absolutely. So LSU on the plus side of midfield. They swing it out right side, caught there, cutting it upfield at the 45. Hit hard, gets away from a tackler at the 40 and spins down to the far side. That's a 12-yard gain for Aaron Anderson. Let's quickly head down on the sideline, check in with JP Heath. JP.
Before that high snap, all the momentum on the side of Baylor, like bam, flip of that quarter you're talking about earlier, it shifted back to LSU. You could feel it down here on the sideline.
Yeah, you talk about a game changing on one play. I mean, it's been a lot of different things that LSU has done well, but Baylor making the huge mistake there. 36-yard difference in field position. Not to mention the worst case scenario, you're going to come away with 3 points if you're Baylor in that situation. But LSU now 1st down and 10 as they have the ball at the Baylor 33-yard line with the 10-point lead. Handoff running play as they be hit from behind and brought down as Josh Williams, as Williams tried to take it up the middle. Jackie Marshall was there to kind of drag him, had a hold of his waist, trying to pull him back out of the pile. Gain of a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd and 8. Isn't it amazing, Coach, how this one play could just turn things around in such a hurry?
It is. Doesn't take much, you know. Now it's Baylor's defense's turn to answer, pick up the offense.
Here's Nussmeier back to pass, looking deep along the right side. It is incomplete. There was contact there. We ruled incidental as the receiver and the defensive back kind of ran into each other. Chris Hilton went to the turf on the far side, but no flag. Tevin Williams was the man that was in coverage. So now it's a 3rd down and 8 with 94 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Baylor able to get a little bit of pressure on the last snap, forcing Nussmeier to throw it a little bit before I think he wanted to. They had a little something going down the field, but he did not have the time to hold it any longer.
3rd and 8 for LSU from the Baylor 31-yard line, leading by 10. Up running play up the middle. They go bouncing it outside to the 30, to the 25, 1st down and more, to the 20, to the 15, and down to the 12-yard line goes Caden Durham. Devin Bobby finally tackled him, but he was with great vision for the running back. Nothing there up the middle, a 19-yard gain.
Yeah, LSU, you got to figure, was happy to get to go for it on 4th down by handing it off on 3rd and 8. The ball bounces to the outside. The LSU wide receiver actually blocked 2 by going to the safety, and the corner tracked him in. And when the ball bounced out, there was nobody there. And now LSU's in business.
Caden Durham led all freshman SEC running backs in rushing this season. All-conference selection among the freshmen. They'll hand it to him up the middle. They go stutter step at the line of scrimmage, down to the 10, down to the 7-yard line. There's a quick jaunt up the middle for Caden Durham once again, and Devin Bobby saved the touchdown. Carl Williams also in on the tackle for Baylor, but now LSU cooking offensively on this drive.
Coach Brian Kelly's got to be happy with the way his offensive line has been able to hold in there with all they had going on coming into this game. They've done a fine job giving Nussmeier some time and been able to eke out enough of a running game that it at least is keeping Baylor honest on defense.
LSU leading 34-24 in what will be more than likely the final play of the 3rd quarter. Nussmeier takes the snap, hands it off up the middle, trying to bounce it outside, and then submarined at the 5-yard line. Caden Durham was on the carry, and it's LeVar Thornton who was there to make that tackle, and that will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Baylor certainly had their chances in that 3rd quarter. They do close the gap a bit, as after 3 quarters of play, LSU leading it here by a score of 34-24 at the 2024 Kenders Texas Bowl. More after this from Houston First.
The perfect place for families and friends, Houston has it all. H-Town is jam-packed with exciting, fun things to see and do. Go to visithouston.com to discover activities to satisfy every interest. Arts, dining, shopping, museums, entertainment, and more. And search hotels for the best rates. Check out the events calendar. Start planning your perfect getaway. Log on to visithouston.com today.
For 75 years, the National Football Foundation and College Hall of Fame, through programs and initiatives like the College Football Hall of Fame, Campbell Trophy, and National Scholar Athlete Awards, has strengthened communities, promoted education, preserved opportunities, and protected the game. To learn more and become a member, visit footballfoundation.org. That's footballfoundation.org.
Morning. I'm starting my health journey with my new blender. I got 2% cash back on it with the new Cash Rewards Plus card from Navy Federal Credit Union. I get unlimited 2% cash back on these carrots, apples, bananas.
It's 6 in the morning.
Oh, I also got 2% back on these smoothie glasses.
I'm going back to bed.
Oh, yeah. I got 2% back on the mattress. Sleep tight.
You can earn unlimited 2% cash back on all purchases with the new Cash Rewards Plus card. Learn more at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA.
Built on 100 years of tradition, 10,000 players opt in each year for this one-of-a-kind experience. 1.5 million fans join them in person, while over 95 million fans watch the most interesting celebrations, from the mountains to the desert, the city to the beach, distributing over $100 million to the participating institutions and positively impacting communities across the country. This means something. This is bowl season, a celebration of college football.
Back at the bowl season radio studios, I'm Hoppy Kercheval with Kyle Wiggs. Kyle, the first quarterfinal playoff game is tonight in Glendale as Boise State and Penn State meet in the Verbo Fiesta Bowl. How do you see it?
Entertaining matchup, Hoppy. Penn State, of course, a team that's been in the top 10 all year, and here comes Boise State out of nowhere, and they get themselves into the playoff. They get themselves a first-round bye, and we've got a couple of Heisman top 10 finishers as well. Ashton Genty trying to set a record tonight, and Penn State's Tyler Warren, one of the best offensive players in the country.
Yeah, Genty has 132 yards. He passes Barry Sanders for most rushing yards in the season. All right, now back to Kevin Eschenfelder, Justin Fuente, and J.P. Heath in Houston.
Guys, thank you very much. Back here at the Kinder's Texas Bowl. Good to have you with us, and Happy New Year to everyone out there. You look at the numbers in this one, Coach. Total yards, Baylor leading 364 to 357. 5 more first downs, but they've turned it over on downs 3 times and had a pick 6 and allowed a kickoff return for a touchdown. That is a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, they're fortunate to only be down 10. You know, when you start to think about doing those things versus an explosive team like LSU.
Start the fourth quarter, 3rd down and 1 for LSU. Quick snap right to the running back, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU. They had Nussmeier in a shotgun formation. He shifted over to the right. They snapped the direct snap to Caden Durham, and Durham takes it in for the touchdown for LSU, as LSU now has a 40-piece on the board. They lead 40-24 with a point after still remaining.
Baylor got a little bit of penetration, but Durham just sidesteps it. Unblocked man right in the backfield.
Yeah, and I messed that up. That was Josh Williams, the running back, on the direct snap. And he takes it in for the touchdown. LSU doesn't care. It's a touchdown for the Tigers. Damian Ramos will look to kick this one through and make it a 41-24 game. It's snapped from center, ball down, kick is up, and the kick is good. So LSU taking advantage of a Baylor miscue and turned what could have been Baylor making this a 3-point game. Instead, LSU now a 17-point lead, 41-24 the score here. This is the 2024 Kinder's Texas Bowl. That is our score, 41-24, with 14:56 to play in the ballgame. Back after this from Shriners Children's Charities.
America's oldest college football all-star game runs through the Lone Star State. Be a part of history in the making at the 100th East-West Shrine Bowl. Thursday, January 30th, 2025 at AT&T Stadium. Visit shrinebowl.com for a chance to see the nation's top college football players ahead of the NFL Draft. Tickets start at just $20. Don't miss the historic 100th East-West Shrine Bowl. Get your tickets today at shrinebowl.com. Today's all-stars, tomorrow's legends.
It's the college football postseason, and you're focused on the game and your team's odds of winning. But if there's one thing you shouldn't leave to chance, it's your insurance. At Higginbotham, we've got more coverage options than the coach's game plan. From business insurance and employee health benefits to home and auto, we've got innovative solutions that are tailored to your needs and your budget. Higginbotham can insure everything but the outcome of today's game. Higginbotham. Higginbotham.com.
It takes a different breed to be the first to respond. The first on the scene. The first to tackle disaster head on. At ServPro, we witness the bravery of first responders almost every day. So to all those who never give a second thought to being the first ones in, this game's for you. ServPro, proud supporter of our nation's first responders.
The Kinder's Texas Bowl here in Houston, and LSU leading Baylor 41-24 as we are 4 seconds deep into this fourth quarter. Let's head down on the field, check in with JP Heath.
Hey, Kevin, a couple series ago, their LSU talented corner, Zai Alexander, got a little dinged up with a knee ailment, and he's questionable, but LSU folks say he could perhaps not come back in the game. But in his place, P.J. Woodland, true freshman, expected to get some reps.
All right, thank you very much, JP. We want to remind you the 100th East-West Shrine Bowl coming up on January 30th from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. You can hear it live right here on Bowl Season Radio. Among those accepting invitations, Brady Swinson, the edge rusher from LSU, Savion Jones, also one of those guys on the edge. Greg Penn, linebacker from LSU, and Zai Alexander, the aforementioned, at quarterback as well. And Burrell will be kicking this one away for LSU as he kicks it from left to right. This is returnable as it's taken at the 2-yard line. Jamal Bell right up the right hash mark. Bell tries to break it outside at the 20-yard line, and he's pushed out of bounds on the far sideline as he reaches the 25-yard line, which is where Baylor will scrimmage. First down and 10, trailing right now with 14:48 to play in this ball game. We're trailing it by 17, 41-24. It's not without Baylor having their chances here in this second half.
No, they certainly have had plenty of opportunities, and they still have a chance here. It's not time to panic. I still think mixing in some run, you're obviously going to be a little bit pass heavy, but you do not totally abandon the run game.
First and 10, Baylor from the Bears' 24-yard line, trailing by 17 points. Back to pass. Sawyer Robertson passes out near side. Caught there by Pendergrass, and Pendergrass cuts it up. Made the first man miss and goes across the 30-yard line and finally punched out of bounds at the 34. That's a 9-yard pickup as Greg Penn making the stop for LSU here on this near sideline. So
Pendergrass, he's really good in space. He just continues to get extra yardage when he's out there.
They're going to say, no, it's enough for a first down. So call it a gain of 10. They hand it to him once again. This time he's dragged down from behind. Falls ahead, might move the down marker a little bit as Gabriel Relaford made the tackle for LSU. They're going to say no gain on the play, so it'll be second down at 10. So no gain on the play. Baylor has outgained LSU by 13 points, but trailed by 17 points. Second down at 10 for the Baylor Bears. Ball is at their own 34-yard line. Robertson back to pass, now throws, and it is incomplete. That was dangerous, too. And here comes penalty markers, and that is why Al Presley was the intended receiver, but I think it's either going to be interference or defensive holding on this. I think it may be defensive holding.
Pass interference. Defense, number 11. The ball be placed to the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
That's what I get for thinking. J.P. Woodland called for the infraction, so that'll move it out to the 45-yard line of Baylor. The first and 10 for the Bears as Baylor has the ball at its own 45-yard line. Well, Baylor has moved the ball, particularly here in this second half, but a couple of bad turnovers on downs have been the recipe for disaster so far. Here's Pendergrass on the running point. Pendergrass, nothing to do inside, so he bounced it outside, and J.P. Woodland upends him after a gain of a couple of yards, which is going to bring up now a second down and 8.
It's going to be interesting to see if Baylor specifically targets Woodland now that he's in the game at corner.
Interesting, yeah.
Number 11.
It's a good call. Second down and 8, balls at the 47. They go running play again up the middle, and this time pushing the pile across the 50. Maybe just inching right into LSU territory after that 4-yard gain. Ball nose of the football just across midfield. Baylor moving from right to left here in this fourth quarter. Their yellow gold helmets with Bears written in green and script on either side. White jerseys, green numbers, and green pants. LSU in their white helmets, their purple jerseys, white numbers, and white pants. Here's a third down and 4. Ball is at the LSU 49-yard line. Handoff again up the middle they go, and again pushing the pile, but it's not going to be enough for a first down. It's going to be short by at least a yard. It's a pickup of 3 yards up the middle for Pendergrass. Dawson Pendergrass going to come up short. He's from Alba, Texas, the tiny town of Alba, Mineola High School. It's going to be short by a couple of yards. They're going to call this 4th down and 2.
4th down and 2. Be interesting to see if LSU decides to pressure and leave those corners out there on an island or play some base defense corner.
4th and 2 from the LSU 47-yard line. Baylor's turned it over on downs 3 times today. Sawyer Robertson back to pass. Sawyer Robertson now throws, and it is incomplete. And they'll turn it over on downs again. Threw it really between 2 receivers as Ashton Hawkins and Josh Cameron were in the same area and kind of threw it in between both of them, and it goes incomplete.
Yeah, really nobody open was the biggest problem there. Had good protection. LSU defense played coverage, did a good job protecting the young corner Woodland, who's lined up to the field, and really nowhere for Robertson to go with the football there. It kind of, it was kind of an indecisive pass to really nobody because everybody was pretty covered down. It's 4th down. You got to get on the move and try and give yourself a chance to make that conversion. LSU's been outstanding on 4th down today.
Absolutely. 12:06 to play from NRG Stadium in Houston. Our score, LSU 41, Baylor 24. This is the Kinder's Texas Bowl on Bowl Season Radio.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
When I met both of them, it was like my missing pieces were found. Like it was just like an instant, these are my kids. If you're considering adopting a teen, just do it. Kids need families. I don't care the age. Everybody deserves a family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
For 75 years, the National Football Foundation and College Hall of Fame, through programs and initiatives like the College Football Hall of Fame, Campbell Trophy, and National Scholar Athlete Awards, has strengthened communities, promoted education, preserved opportunities, and protected the game. To learn more and become a member, visit footballfoundation.org. That's footballfoundation.org.
If your child experiences a burn, Shriners Children's is here with world-renowned burn care. The same doctors who innovate procedures for the most serious burn cases are ready with the most advanced treatments for pediatric burn injuries, no matter the degree. Best of all, our care is provided regardless of a family's ability to pay or insurance status. Visit us at shrinerschildrens.org to see why we're the place to turn for any burn. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
You're listening to the 2024 Kinder's Texas Bowl from Bowl Season Radio.
Well, Justin Wednesday, Kevin Eschenfelder with you upstairs. Good to have you with us. Happy New Year, too. JP Heath down on the sideline. LSU leading Baylor 41-24. Baylor has turned it over on downs 4 times in this game, 3 times here in the second half as they play with 12:06 to play in the fourth quarter.
Credit to LSU and the defensive staff. What a great job they've done. It's almost as if, which this is not a typical statement when you think about LSU on defense, but they've almost played a little bit of bend but don't break defense today, which usually when you think of LSU defense, it is attacking defensive linemen in the backfield, man-to-man coverage, and they certainly have done their share of that, but they've given up some yardage, but really when they had to make stops on 4th down, they've gotten off the field.
Well, Garrett Nussmeier will bring his offensive unit out on the field after taking it away on downs once again. First down and 10 for LSU on the minus side of midfield as they have it at the 47-yard line. Nussmeier, the quarterback, a pistol formation as Caden Durham stands behind him. Now he'll shift off to the right. Back to pass and rolling to the right. Pressure coming. He'll get rid of it, and it's caught there at the 50, 45-40, 35-yard line and pushed out of bounds is Tradez Green. What a day he has had. Couple of touchdowns, and Tradez Green takes that ahead near the 30-yard line for a pickup of 21 yards and an LSU first down.
I feel like that's the fourth time that I've seen Nussmeier get pressure. Baylor's brought pressure. Him have a little pressure in his face, retreat, and find a guy wide open and make a great throw off his back foot for a big play.
With that play, the total yards in this game tied at 382 yards apiece. The difference, though, big on the scoreboard, 41-24, LSU leading and looking for more here. First down and 10 from the 32. Again, back to pass. He'll throw it deep on the left side, looking into the end zone, and it is incomplete. As there was coverage there by Xavion Thomas was the intended receivers. DJ Coleman had good coverage for Baylor. And again, out on an island there, but he was able to win the war.
Yeah, Baylor played man coverage right there, and LSU had their fake the bubble screen, pretend like you're stock blocking, and wheel up the sideline play. And just really well defended and quite a bit of contact as the ball was in the air, but the refs are letting them play.
Now second and 10 for the Tigers from the Bears 32-yard line. As they hand it off up the middle and trying to get his way across the 30-yard line. It does down to the 29 goes Caden Durham. Durham picks up 4 on the play. We'll make it a gain of 3, so it officially will be a third down and 7 as the ball will be spotted at the 29-yard line.
It's an interesting part of the game for LSU because they just haven't been a typical LSU team when it comes to rushing the ball. I know Brian Kelly would like to be able to run the ball and take some time off the clock. I just don't know that they're going to be afforded that luxury. They're probably going to be forced to put the ball in the air more than they normally would in a normal LSU season.
10.5 minutes to play. 5 of 9 on third down is LSU today. Third down and 7 for the 29. Swing pass left side caught there at the 30. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds on the far side, short of the line to make. At the 25-yard line is Caden Durham. Made the catch out of the backfield. It's Durham, the talented runner. 27 catches this season as well, and averaged nearly 10 yards per reception. He's going to be short of the first down here and considerably short. So it's going to be 4th and 4, so the field goal unit will come on.
This has been an adventure today.
Yes, it has. Damian Ramos, he's had 1 blocked and missed an extra point. This will be a 44-yard attempt from the left hash mark at the goalpost to our right. Well within his range. Good snap from center this time, and a low line drive kick. That is through for 3. So LSU comes away with 3 more and is able to extend its lead. The score here, a 20-point game. LSU in the fourth quarter with 9 minutes and 46 seconds to play in this ball game, leading Baylor 44-24. We'll return to the Kinder's Texas Bowl. You're listening to Bowl Season Radio.
If your child has a common orthopedic condition, that doesn't mean you can only get common treatments. You can choose Shriners Children's. Our world-class care is not limited to insurance networks or to what's been done before. The same doctors who innovate treatments for the most complicated orthopedic issues will help your child grow and develop properly. See what we do at shrinerschildrens.org. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
He's going to hit one deep down the field, and it's caught! It's a touchdown!
There's nothing like that moment when your team clinches a win. The Friday night lights, all those Saturday tailgate traditions, hours in front of the TV on Sunday. Football means tradition. Whether you played or cheered along, the feeling of game day never ends. Join the community and celebrate the game. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Football Matters.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
If you build a relationship, then it becomes easier. If you build trust, it becomes easier. As a parent, you want what's best for your child. To give them the love that a child needs. It's probably the best thing you do for a teenager.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
This is the 2024 Kinder's Texas Bowl from Bowl Season Radio.
Well, back here in Houston, LSU leading Baylor 44-24. As the LSU Tigers with a decisive lead trying to wrap up 2024 with 3 consecutive wins. A couple of regular season wins, Vandy and Oklahoma to close out the regular season, and looking for yet another bowl victory here today. This is the 56th time LSU has played in a bowl game. They are 30-24-1. What a program it has been there in Baton Rouge since 2000. 3 national championships, 5 SEC titles. Not a bad couple of decades at the office, right?
Pretty good run.
Now, Kevin Eschenfelder, Justin Puente upstairs. JP Heath down on the sideline. Is LSU with a commanding 20-point lead here with 9:46 to play. Aaron Burrell with the ball teed up for LSU to our left. Seems like we've said this a lot here today as he will get set to kick it away. As Jamal Bell is back deep, stands with his heels on his own goal line to our right. 44-24, LSU with the lead, 9:46 to play, and this will not be returnable. Bounces 5 yards into the end zone to our right, in the gold-painted end zone with Baylor written in green. It'll come out to the 25-yard line where Baylor Bears will have it first down and 10. Man, Baylor's, it's been, you talked about, you made the perfect comment earlier when you said they just have not finished.
No, they haven't. They've moved the ball in the middle of the field. They just have not been able to finish drives or finish series or convert on short yardage situations.
So Sawyer Robertson, standing in that gun formation, fakes the handoff. Robertson will throw it to the right. It's caught there by Josh Cameron, and Cameron sidesteps one defender and steps out of bounds on the far sideline after a 10-yard gain. They say move the chains. That is a Baylor first down, gain of 10 yards to the 35-yard line.
So if you're LSU on defense, I mean, you're a defensive lineman, you love this because you know you're about to go get to rush the passer a whole bunch.
Oh, now they're showing up press coverage right now as they're right up on those receivers, but they go deep for Baylor, and looking, and it is incomplete, knocked away at the last second down at the 30-yard line. Monterey Baldwin was the intended receiver as P.J. Woodland. They were trying to pick on him, but he was up for the task and able to knock it away.
Great play in the slot. They like you said, they just lined up and played man coverage and turned the guys loose up front. They threw the slot fade that Baylor had completed earlier, and Woodland's there for the defense.
So second down and 10. Ball is set at the Baylor 35-yard line. Bears with the ball, trailing by 20. Robertson throwing, caught there and pushed out of bounds on the far side. A short gain of 4 yards. Klopfenstein there to make that catch. Big tight end, Matthew Klopfenstein. He pushed out of bounds. It's a pickup. They say they give him the gain of 5 yards. For a second, I thought that there was something going on at the end of that play, but instead it's going to be a third down coming up in 7. Just a 3-yard gain as he stepped out of bounds before I was expecting him to. So it's a 3-yard gain, third down and 7. The ball is at the Baylor 38-yard line. LSU looks like they're getting ready to send everybody. It's a high snap again. They run the option. Robertson keeps it himself as he gets to the 40-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple of yards. Interesting call there.
Well, it was a good call. The timing of everything is thrown off when the snap is high. And they caught him in man with the linebackers mugged up in the A-gaps, and they've got speed option call, which is a pretty good call. It's just the timing of it was all kind of messed up because the snap was a little high.
Baylor goes for it on 4th down and 6 from their own 39-yard line. They are 0 for 4 for minus 35 yards on 4th down. High snap. Robertson will keep it himself, and he'll convert the 4th down as he slides down at the 49-yard line. He got enough for the first down. Coverage was downfield, and the pressure came from the outside, so he took it right up the middle.
He sure did. It's basically the same defense. The linebackers walked up. They're just playing man press everywhere. And Nussmeier does a good job,
Robertson
does a good job kind of sifting through the rush and gets the first down.
Yeah, first down and 10 for Baylor's. Back to pass again goes Robertson. And Robertson throws this one, and it's intercepted. No, they're going to say incomplete. Incomplete as Ashton Stamps stepped in front of it, but wasn't able to hold on to it on the far sideline, down at the 44-yard line. That was almost another disastrous throw. I tell you what, that's when Josh Cameron becomes a defensive back and knocks the ball away.
Just make sure it gets on the ground. LSU mixing it up now, playing man underneath 2 high safeties, which allows those corners to play underneath everything, and almost got an interception.
Baylor 2nd and 10 from its own 47-yard line, trailing 44-24. We're in the fourth quarter. Back to pass goes Robertson again, and Robertson lofts this one, and it is caught for a first down in LSU territory at the 35-yard line. Monterey Baldwin makes the leaping catch in front of J.P. Woodland, and Baylor moving the ball here. That's an 18-yard gain.
They're doing a decent job in protection. You know, you think LSU's turning those guys loose up front to let them go rush the passer. Haven't been able to get much pressure.
And to Baylor's credit, it's been kind of a quick game, too, getting the ball out of his hands early. Ball is at the 35-yard line of LSU. First down at 10 for Baylor. Again, Robertson, now he wants to go deep up the middle, and it is caught down at the 4-yard line. A sliding grab as Keytron Jackson making another grab in the red zone, and this time it'll be Baylor with a first down and goal to go. It's a gain of 32 yards.
LSU blitzing everybody. You know, they're up 20 with 7 minutes to go, blitzing everybody. Baylor picks it up and completes a nice ball down there inside the 5. Can they punch it in?
You know, it's funny, too, because you look at that. You had 2 receivers basically running the same route because Cameron was right there as well. But it works out for Baylor as they have first and goal from the 4. Running play up the middle. Pendergrass is into the end zone. So Baylor, after so many opportunities here in this second half, puts it in the end zone, and now a chance to make this a 13-point game with an extra point with 6 minutes and 20 seconds to play. Remember, this is a fast-paced offense that can score points, and they can do it in a hurry.
Yeah, they're perfectly comfortable pushing the tempo. They have no issues with that. They do that on a daily basis, so slipping into a 2-minute mode is no big deal for them.
Isaiah Hankins, the left footer, looking to make it a 13-point game, and he does. You know, all of the opportunities, the shoulda, woulda, couldas, I mean, this game could look remarkably different if Baylor been able to execute on 4th down, but that has not been the case. And to give a credit to LSU, they certainly have defensively. Well, wherever your adventure leads, beach, trail, or mountain, Vapor Apparel has you covered. Designed sun protection activewear from your active lifestyle. Endorsed by the Skin Cancer Foundation. It's performance gear for every season and any challenge. Shop vaporapparel.com today. We have 75 points on the board. We have certainly not lacked for.
This has been a lot of
offense.
fun.
It has been.
It's been a lot of fun. These games are fun when you don't care who wins. It's a lot better than when you're on the sidelines sweating bullets with every play.
Spoken like a former coach.
So, I mean, it at least has to cross your mind about an onside kick here. LSU's got their hands team on the field because they have to protect against it.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Baylor kicks it deep, but LSU has to do that because they can't get caught without their hands team out there.
Well, the hands team is on the field, like you said. You see what they want to do here. They will kick it deep. And so this will go all the way into the end zone. It will come out to the 25-yard line. So on the touchback is Xavion Thomas. He fielded that, looked like Willie Mays.
That was pretty.
Center field.
It's sprinting straight back right over his head.
It's one of those plays right there. That's if you can, I know it's easier said than done. If you got a kicker that can, well, you got everybody up on the line of scrimmage, be able to chip that down to about the 15-yard line and let everybody race for it.
Yeah, let it be a mad scramble to go see who can get on it.
Again, then as soon as you do that, you try to do that, he kicks out of bounds at the 35-yard line. I think he goes out to the 35-yard line. So LSU will have it. 6 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in this ball game. Was LSU leading Baylor 44-31 now is our score. Here's the snap and the handoff up the middle and hit behind the line of scrimmage and brought down. Caleb Jackson, his first carry of the game. He's getting some run here.
This is kind of what we talked about on the last drive when LSU kicked the field goal is, deep in Brian Kelly's heart, he'd like to know that he can run the ball. and take the air out of the ball, but I don't know that he feels that way about this squad. They're down at tight ends. It's hard to cover those gaps. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him throw the ball a little bit more, even up late in the game.
Yep, 13 now, 44-31. As 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. It was no gain on the play. So it's 2nd down and 10. The ball is at the LSU 25-yard line. They fake the handoff here, set up the wide receiver screen, caught there. That's going to be a loss of a couple of yards as Baylor was all over Aaron Anderson, who made the catch. If you don't get a block on that screen, it's not going to work, and they couldn't get a block there. DJ Coleman with the tackle.
Great job by the alley player, the defender over the number 2 receiver, creating penetration and not letting that bubble hit the seam immediately, and thus letting everybody rally to the tackle.
Well, Baylor needs a 3 and out here, and they've got a chance. 3rd down and 11 for LSU. In 11 from the 24-yard line. LSU in its own territory, leading by 13 points, 44-31. Nussmeier waits the snap, takes the snap, looking to the right, being pressured, throws, and it is caught for a first down. What a catch. At the 42-yard line on the near sideline is Xavion Thomas. That is a huge conversion.
What a great throw and catch. And a big-time moment here. A little inverted smash, high-low on the corner, into cover 2. Nussmeier flattens him out, throws it right in the hole.
17-yard gain on 3rd down and 11. That might be a backbreaker for this Baylor defense. 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the game. And LSU is going to be content to run as much time off the clock as they possibly can. They'll snap this with under 5 on the play clock and 4 minutes and 10 seconds to play in the ball game. Leading 44-31. Handoff up the middle, big hole there and out across the 45 to the 47-yard line. This time it's Caden Durham. They're running 3 running backs and basically rotating them in right now. And I think Baylor's going to stop the clock here and start using some of their timeouts.
Yeah, LSU trying to manufacture a run game to kind of put this thing away. They've been blessed with a new rack of downs by a great play on 3rd and long.
30 seconds. Please reset the game clock to 3:58. 3:58 on the game clock, please.
Well, Brian Kelly in his 3rd season in Baton Rouge. His team less than 4 minutes away from picking up their 31st bowl victory in school history. It's the 3rd appearance in the Texas Bowl as well. 1-1. They beat Texas Tech in 2015, lost to Kansas State in 2022. Baylor in danger of having their 6-game winning streak come to an end, but certainly for Dave Aranda's club, it's a program headed in the right direction, and it was a season they needed in a big way. His 5th year, 31-29, in his 5 seasons in Waco. Dave Aranda, of course, taking over after being for 4 seasons the defensive coordinator at LSU, playing against the former team here. Running play up the middle and right into the wash, and a short gain on the play on 2nd down and 4 for Caden Durham. Durham's going to be
timeout.
Head for a couple of yards
Baylor,
and another 30-second timeout.
30 seconds.
So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 3 right here. This is a desperation time for, this is a 2-score game. I mean, it feels as though it's been a strange game, Coach, to watch because, it seems like Baylor's done so much and then except score. And then LSU seems like they've dominated, but it's a 2-score game.
Yeah, like Baylor hasn't paid it off.
Right.
And there's some self-inflicted wounds along the way that have led to the predicament that they're in, while LSU at times has looked incredible, just up and down the field, and at times has not been able to move the ball to salt this thing all the way away.
I want to check in with JP Heath after this 3rd down play. 3rd down and 4 as the ball is at the LSU 47-yard line. LSU leading 44-31 with 3:54 to play in the game. They roll the pocket to the left, throwing, and it's almost intercepted, but caught by an LSU player. Ball was tipped in the air. It was caught by an LSU player, but it's going to be short of the first down. It was caught by Tredez Green. The ball was batted down by a linebacker.
Timeout.
Caught by Green.
Baylor.
And that gives you an idea how it's gone today for LSU. That's all. It's going to be short of the first down by about a half yard.
Yeah, that's rotten luck for Baylor. LSU calls sprint out to a 2-receiver route. It's man coverage. Baylor's got everybody in the box. And they run a little rub, and the guy is open, and the Baylor defender jumps up in the line of scrimmage, knocks the ball up. LSU catches it. Now it's 4th and 1.
It's a rub if you're an offensive coach. It's a pick if you're a defensive coach. Let's check in with JP.
Hey, I didn't want this to pass before we left, but the distinguished John Morris, a few words.
Having some trouble with that sideline mic. But right now, LSU with 3:46 to play as Baylor has exhausted its allotment of timeouts. They called their final timeout. Trailing by 13 with 3:46 to play, and LSU is going to go for it on 4th down and a yard. May be your ball game right here. Josh Williams in at running back. See if they may be trying to draw Baylor off sides, and I think they just did, and they did. It was Matt Jones that jumped into the neutral zone, and I believe he made contact on 4th and 1.
Offense, number 13.
Oh!
Penalty, 4th down.
Whoa! I did not see an offensive lineman move, did you?
No, who did they call it on? Yeah, on the quarterback.
Oh, so you know what? He must have been either that.
So he's
snapping
overly
his head.
Yeah. So he was in the shotgun, fake snap count. Then he runs up underneath the center for hard count, and he must have moved too much of his upper body when he was given the hard count.
That's crazy.
Baylor jumped, and the refs called it on.
We watched the replay here, and you see him go under center, and his entire body moves. You just cannot do that.
They'll get you on that. And I understand why.
So, for the first time today, LSU will punt, and they hit the punter, and a flag comes down. Fielded there at the 20 to the 25-yard line. Josh Cameron to the 30 to the 35 to the 40. He breaks outside the midfield, and he might score. 40, 30, down the right sideline, and he will be in for the touchdown, but a flag is down, and this one's going to come back. This is going to be at the best for the situation. It's going to be running into the kicker. It's either going to be running into or roughing the kicker as Josh Cameron with an outstanding kickoff return for a touchdown is going to be called back.
Well, that sums it up. Obviously, if it's roughing, it's first down. If it's running into, we're back into 4th and 1.
So the officials talking it over. This is a long talk as they all walk back to where the flag is down. Well, the referee who threw a couple of officials threw the flag, so it wasn't just the referee, but the umpire, maybe the center judge.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Personal foul, roughing the kicker. Receiving team number 88. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced with an automatic first down. During the return, holding receiving team. That penalty will be a decline. It's first down.
So Baylor, another unforced error here in this second half. Is the first time that LSU has punted today, and it's a roughing the punter, roughing the kicker, and it negates Josh Cameron's punt return for a touchdown.
And he certainly did rough it.
Yes, he did.
I mean, he got that plant leg that basically, with a few exceptions, if you hit the plant leg, it's the big penalty. If you hit the lift leg, it's the small penalty. And he certainly got the plant leg.
So 3:27 left, and the ball will be moved after the 15-yard penalty to the Baylor 40-yard line. LSU on top with 3:27 to play in this ballgame. Caleb Jackson coming in at running back. 44-31 is our score. 3:27 left in the game. LSU trying to ice it here as they hand it off up the middle and spinning away from a would-be tackler. Just a short gain. Trivion with the tackle there. But that's Caleb Jackson. He is a sophomore from Baton Rouge, Liberty Magnet High School. 41 carries on the season. And this is going to be one of these games in which the statistics are not going to tell the story.
No, you had to be here to see it. Yeah. I'm telling you, it was exciting.
LSU, yep. It's they lead by 13, 44-31. Second down and 10 now with 2:45 to play. Snap it a couple more times before the 2-minute timeout. They go with the running play again up the middle and fights down to the 35-yard line on that run.
So you certainly can understand Baylor going after the punt like that late in the game, down 2 scores. You could try to make something happen. You just, it goes without saying you can't make that mistake to give yourself a chance to win late in the game when you're down.
Well, now Baylor cannot stop the clock, so that will be, let's see, yep, they won't have to snap it again here before the 2-minute timeout. They'll run it all the way down to the 2-minute timeout. And how about this drive by LSU? Granted, aided by a 15-yard penalty to continue the drive, but
2-minute timeout.
if they can hold on to it here, this will be very, very impressive. 44-31 is our score. This is the 2024 Kinder's Texas Bowl. Our score, LSU leading it by 13, 44-31. Back after this from Navy Federal Credit Union.
Morning. I'm starting my health journey with my new blender. I got 2% cash back on it with the new Cash Rewards Plus card from Navy Federal Credit Union. I got unlimited 2% cash back on these carrots, apples, bananas.
It's 6 in the morning.
Oh, I also got 2% back on these smoothie glasses.
I'm going back to bed.
Oh, yeah. I got 2% back on the mattress. Sleep tight.
You can earn unlimited 2% cash back on all purchases with the new Cash Rewards Plus card. Learn more at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA.
When the game's on the line, every play counts. And when it comes to protecting what matters most, so does your insurance partner. Higginbotham covers the big moments on and off the field. Whether we're protecting your home, your business, your car, or your health, we've got more coverage options than the coach's game plans. This season, don't just play it safe, play it smart. Higginbotham. Higginbotham.com.
The perfect place for families and friends, Houston has it all. H-Town is jam-packed with exciting, fun things to see and do. Go to visithouston.com to discover activities to satisfy every interest. Arts, dining, shopping, museums, entertainment, and more. And search hotels for the best rates. Check out the events calendar. Start planning your perfect getaway. Log on to visithouston.com today.
Not even 2 minutes left in this ball game of the Kinder's Texas Bowl here from Houston, Texas. LSU leading Baylor 44-31. It's been a strange game, a game in which Baylor has outgained LSU, but trails by 13 points in the game. LSU looking for its 9th victory of the season. And this drive right here for LSU, they have it down to the 37-yard line of Baylor. It started with 6 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. They have already run, nearly 4.5 minutes off the clock here on this drive. 8 plays for just 38 yards, but it's been methodical. It's been a 15. Think about it. 32 of those 38 yards have come on a 15-yard penalty and a 17-yard third down conversion on third down and 11.
A big third and long conversion to start. And then they got they got it to third down and manageable. They get a ball batted and an O-lineman catches it, and then they get it to 4th and 1. And then they have offsides on the quarterback, and then rough the punter. So it's been like everything else. We've seen a little bit of everything.
Their bingo card is filled up. Here we go. 3rd down and 7. 2 minutes remaining. Ball is at the Baylor 37-yard line. LSU looking to convert here. Misdirection running play to the right. We'll get to the 35-yard. Picks up a couple for Xavion Thomas. They sent the wide receiver on that little orbit motion, and then they brought him back to the near side.
Yeah, then brought him back to block. Trying to find any way to not have to make a decision about what to do right here, which is probably just run it again.
Yeah, I think you do. 90 seconds remaining, and Baylor cannot stop the clock. 4th and 5 for LSU. They have the football at the 35-yard line. There's 10 on the play clock, so we're going to snap this ball right at about 70 seconds left in this game.
Run it down and take a timeout, looks like.
That is exactly what they are going to do. They take the timeout with 1:11 remaining in this game.
30 seconds.
And we want to thank all the people who worked this one. Dave Obert, our engineer here on site. Wayne Gossard, our spotter, and Brian Sperry doing stats. I'm telling you guys, Brian Estridge couldn't make it here today, had some travel plans. I told him I used to think he was good at his job, but I realized it's you guys that do all the heavy lifting, and I cannot tell you how much I appreciate everything that you guys have done here today. Really, I mean that.
Well, we appreciate you answering the phone this morning.
For those who don't know, I got a call at 7:30 this morning saying, "Hey, can you help me out?" And that's what play-by-play guys do. We help each other out. And I was happy to do it.
And Estridge owes you forever.
I own the guy.
Yes.
Which, knowing him, that's probably not a whole lot, right? It's not worth a whole lot. All right, here we go. 4th down and 5 for LSU. As they have the football at the Baylor 35-yard line. They're going to throw the football. Looking left, throwing left, and it is incomplete, knocked away, and Baylor will take over on downs. Caden Jenkins there to knock it away at the end of that play. So Baylor will have it now with 1:09 remaining. With 44-31 is the score. As Baylor will get it back here one last time.
Nothing really lost by LSU trying to throw the ball there. I mean, the clock's going to stop at the change of possession anyway. Probably can't get it running it. You might as well, got a great quarterback, you might as well take a shot at it.
Here we go. On 1st down and 10, he'll throw it. And this one is Robertson is a diving attempt. As that catch is made on the near sideline. And it is. What a catch. And Hawkins on the down with Hal Presley makes the catch at the 35. Back shoulder throw, but he had to dive back to the ball. And a great catch by him.
We have seen some great catches today. Great contested catches. We've seen great coverage.
So back to pass again, Robertson. He throws this one, and it's incomplete. A little high for the intended receiver. Again, Hal Presley is that. Now the clock stops with 51 seconds left. West Weeks had the coverage there for LSU. LSU leading at 44-31.
Robertson with a little bit of pressure in his face. And when you're throwing the ball short and over the middle and that pressure's in your face, it's easy for that thing to sail, and that's what happened.
So the Bears looking to get on the board here late with 51 seconds remaining. Robertson throws this one over the middle in good coverage, but now really you saw why there was such good coverage as flags come in. Ashton Hawkins was running that little post pattern right over the middle, and J.P. Woodland is going to get caught with his hand in the cookie jar. I believe he had a
pass interference. Defense, number 11. Ball be placed in the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
He had a handful of jersey on that crossing route. So a spot foul. We'll spot it. Let's see where they're going to spot the football. They're going to spot it. They'll spot it at the 35-yard line of LSU. Baylor trying to get in the end zone and get in the end zone quickly. It's a 2-score game. 13-point difference right now. 44-31 is Baylor right between the hash marks, moving at the end zone to our left. On 1st down and 10 from the LSU 35. Back to pass. Robertson throws, and it is incomplete. Looking that time once again. And here comes another penalty marker in. And Hal Presley was the intended receiver, and they're going to get another LSU defender here for pass interference.
They're getting multiple snaps of LSU playing man under 2 deep, which is a great
there are fouls by
long
both
yardage
teams.
call.
Holding, offense, number 53. Pass interference, defense, number 21. Those penalties offset. It's first down.
Let's pause 10 seconds. This is the 2024 Kinder's Texas Bowl on Bowl Season Radio from First Team.
Wake the fuck up. That's why you're in the fucking ACC fucking game. Wake up.
44-31, LSU on top of the Baylor Bears. Here at the 18th Kinder's Texas Bowl, there's a player down on the field for Baylor right now, so both teams headed to their respective sidelines. Sidney Fugar, the offensive lineman for Baylor, he is being attended to. Can't say enough about the job Dave Aranda has done this season with Baylor, winning 6 straight. The flip side of that, LSU, the tough schedule that they had, able to survive and advance and then move on towards the end of the season, and they'll win their last 3 games of the year if this holds up.
Well, there was a lot of talk circling the Baylor program halfway into the season, and they went on a fantastic run, winning six ball games. Dave Aranda's got to be proud of his staff and players. what they've been able to do offensively. You know they're going to be a good defensive team in the long run, or better as they continue to go. And then Brian Kelly has the LSU Tigers. That is a great job, and it is a tough job. And in today's climate, the roster turns over so much. You can go from really, really good to really, really struggling really quick. You see it across the country. But they are going to recruit at a high level. They're going to recruit the transfer portal at a high level. They have a great base coming back for next year, starting with their quarterback. And you're going to have to look out for these guys next year.
So they'll snap it a few more times here. 43 seconds remaining. This one, Robertson steps up in the pocket. Now he delivers underneath to the 30 to the 25 and getting out of bounds on the near sideline as Gavin Yates, the tight end, makes the catch. It'll stop the clock with 34 seconds remaining. Now, I know this is, hey, strange things happen in bowl games. There's 34 seconds left. Again, this is a two-score game.
Yeah, you get one in the end zone and you get an onside kick, and the next thing you know, you're throwing it in the end zone with a chance.
And then they're replaying the play-by-play guy talking about his game being over with 34 seconds left. 34 seconds remaining. Baylor with the ball. It's 1st and 10. They have it at the LSU 23-yard line. Another high snap. This time throwing underneath again. Yates again, and he'll take it up the sideline, and he takes it to the 5-yard line. He is submarine there. Lost the ball, but they're going to say he's down as he lost the ball at the 4-yard line. It's recovered by LSU, but they'll say that the receiver was down as Spears got on top of it. And it's 25 seconds remaining. So they're just looking underneath, taking what you can get.
Yeah, I think LSU had enough of those pass interference calls playing man under, so they started playing some true drop 8 zone, and Baylor's just been checking it down, getting more than you normally get from just checking it down.
Yeah. So there's still some discussion as to whether or not the receiver was down. Clearly, I believe he was, but the officials are still all talking about it here on this near side. Hey, the performance of the game is presented by Higginbotham Insurance to protect you and yours off the field.
Is a fumble recovered by the defense. The previous play is under review.
Whoa. I thought for sure that his head was hit the turf before he let go of the ball. Hey, our performance of the game, like I said, presented by Higginbotham. Garrett Nussmeier, 24 of 34, 304 yards, and 3 touchdowns. He was outstanding, and he was good enough in this ball game, and that's exactly what you need to do for a quarterback.
He is as advertised. I mean, he is big and he's athletic. He made several plays I alluded to earlier off his back foot while avoiding the rush. Very accurate thrower with a big arm. You've got to be excited if you're an LSU Tiger fan about the prospect of him coming back, what they're going to put around him, the things that you're going to be able to do offensively. He just needs a little help in the running game is what he needs.
I think we were shocked earlier on a replay, but I don't think there's any question. When Yates went down, he was toppled, a submarine, then he did a somersault, landed straight on basically on the top of his head, and that's when the ball popped out. When his helmet touches the ground, he's down.
Yeah, I think this will be pretty clean.
After review, the runner was down with the ball at the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal. The clock will start on my signal.
So it is down at the 5-yard line with 25 seconds remaining.
We got one right today. We got one of those.
We're right. One for 508 yards of total offense today for Baylor, but yet they trail by 13, 44-31. So from the 5-yard line on 1st down and goal to go with 25 seconds left, Baylor down by 13. Looking for a miracle comeback here. Here's the snap. Robertson throwing right, and it is incomplete. He was looking for Ashton Hawkins as Hawkins turned in, and the ball was thrown out. And so it'll be 2nd down and goal to go now with 19 seconds remaining as that one goes incomplete.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what the miscue was there, if that was the quarterback or the receiver, but never really had a chance.
I think he may have been leading into the defender to create a little space, and the ball was thrown away from him. So now 2nd and goal from the 5. Fake the handoff. Robertson stands tall in the pocket, being chased, flushed out to the right, throws, and it's knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Is Devon Keys, who really one of the defensive stars for LSU, went up high and knocked that ball down. Remember, he had the 41-yard pick six earlier in this game for LSU's second score, and he got both hands on that one to knock it down. 12 seconds remaining in this game. It's 3rd and goal, but Baylor needs to score twice. It would be the miracle of all miracles on this New Year's Eve. Here's the throw into the end zone. That's incomplete. It's Ashton Hawkins, again, the intended receiver on the right side. Kind of flattened out that pattern, but the pass was just thrown a little bit too far away from it.
Yeah, he was trying to speed out, quick out with the inside receiver. And like from my angle, the angle from where I'm sitting, the angle didn't look very good. I think Sawyer knew that play wasn't going to work.
9 seconds left. 4th down and goal from the 5-yard line. LSU leading 44-31. Robertson standing tall, bouncing in the pocket, rolling to his right, rolling, looking, throwing back, and it is incomplete. He had Ashton Hawkins, and I think Hawkins was surprised the ball came to him into the end zone. He was rolling all the way to the right, basically a jump pass to the left. It goes incomplete, and that is the final play of the ball game. So LSU comes away with the victory as they win at 44-31. Coach, I tell you what, I enjoy